Okay. Hi, everybody. Welcome. This is part of Brigade Con. Feel free to ask questions. Stop me at any point if I say something doesn't make any sense. Um, if you have a question about how anything works, that's what the main purpose of this is. So feel free to just stop and then we'll clarify things. Or I'll try my best. If possible, I'll get it wrong, but I'll give it my best shot. If everyone would take a minute, introduce yourself and just a brief overview of your character for the audience, then that would be great. We'll start. We'll start with Shadow.
Right, well, I'm Shadow Garland. I'm the best robot bike that ever did live. And my character's Drafton. He's a half-elf fighter.
Very good.
So,
Haza?
Yeah, my character's name is Alum M. It's kind of a bizarre name, but I'm not very good at making up names. So my character, he is a half-elf warlock, I think. Yes, he is a half-elf warlock, and basically, he's your generic hero. He goes around doing money for coin. He believes in freedom and stuff. He doesn't necessarily help others. He helps himself more. Except he's all about freedom and self like enlightenment and stuff like that. So yeah.
Okay. Otis?
My character's name is Yenril. He's a charlatan rogue. Very involved in friendship. He is under the impression that materialistic things come and go. You can get them and get rid of them really easily. However, he is a liar. He almost treats it as a sport, just to see if he can get away with it because he thinks it's fun. Some of that leads to some cheating at games of chance. But in the past, he did someone wrong that didn't deserve it, and he would love to make it up to him, but he doesn't think he'll ever get that chance. And he is someone that is going to be very into self-preservation. So he is not above skipping if the going gets rough.
Very good. Well, the going may well get rough, so we'll see if we can test that trait. Okay, so you guys basically are you're all fairly local to this this small town here, and a couple of months ago, there was a band of roving adventurers that came to town just in time to clear out the old abandoned house on the nearby hill. After they were done, they sold off some surplus items to the local merchant and headed on to the next village that was in need of heroes. Fortunately, the town elders saw the value in having adventurers, and despite the fact that some of you were not, perhaps not the most upright citizens, they decided to support you and help you get trained up to the level that you are. And it's a good thing because, again, the locals are starting to report strange happenings again from up on the hill. And this time there are no benevolent strangers around. You're asked to come to the Stableford Inn by Elder Tomlin. When you arrive, you find that Ellis the innkeeper, Amel the merchant, and Regor the smith are also in attendance. Tomlin speaks up. You know why I've summoned you. Something's going on up there again, and you're the best chance we have. There are strange lights every night, and the last couple times anybody's been up there, they heard noises coming from inside. So tell me, are you up to a challenge?
Yeah.
And he looks at the three of you, and it kind of dawns on him who you are and what they know of your personality. He says, "Of course, you'll be compensated for your efforts."
What kind of compensation?
Well, we figure it should be less than a day of effort for you. So I think how about 5 gold each?
I how, how about 7? I'm kind of in a bind and need some money.
Mm. He kind of huddles up the other elders of the town, and they say, "All right, fine. We will go 7 gold, and of course you can keep anything that you find there."
Drafton gives a slight nod
Excellent.
In understanding.
Excellent. I knew that we were right to put our faith in you. Says in order to assist you, we do have a couple things that might be of help. Amel steps forward and says, "I purchased this salve from the last group that went up there. It is purported to heal wounds and cure disease and deal with poison all at one time. And he has 2 small flasks and says, you can take this. I'd appreciate it you return it if you don't need it, but you're welcome. If you need it, please use it." And then Regor steps forward and says, "And I've got this been in my family for quite some time in case somebody needs this," and he presents a dagger that has been silvered. If anyone can use this.
I would like to point out that me as general would like to point out I don't really show much interest in the salve that is presented, but my eyes glisten at the silver dagger.
So, General, you maybe kind of take a step towards the dagger, kind of watching to see if the others do the same. Would that be fair?
Absolutely.
All right, does anybody else move towards the dagger, or do you yield it to General?
I don't. I accept the fact that he takes it, because obviously he must be a less successful adventurer than me, and I'm just the best adventurer around, and I don't really need this stuff.
Very nice. All right, so you get the dagger without any contestation, and Amel, seeing this, Amel hands each of the other of you one of the doses of this ointment.
Drafton kind of just gingerly takes it in his hands and just kind of tests its weight and gets a feel for what he's holding.
It's kind of it's a little jar. You look in it. It's got it basically looks like a jelly, kind of like Vaseline. It has a bit of a minty smell. The weight is negligible.
So General is gonna take this dagger and hold it with both hands and just turning it over, almost admiring it, looking to see if he can understand any of the craft work that's gone into this.
It is finely made, well balanced. It's certainly made for combat as opposed to like a ceremonial dagger or something. So it will work well in combat. But it basically, based on the weight, you're pretty sure that it's a regular steel dagger that has been plated in silver. But that, to your knowledge, should be more than sufficient for silver. Anything that requires silver to harm it.
General turns to both of the companions that are with them and says, "Thank you."
So the elders look at you and say, "What else can we? What else do you need for your trip?"
Drafton rests his hand on the handle of his longsword and just says that the only thing that anyone will be needing on this trip is the enemies that will feel my mercy at the end of my blade. It was terribly constructed, but whatever.
Very well then. The barkeep kind of head toward the door with a pouch or a small bag. Kind of leads you to the door, kind of indicating, okay, let's go. You guys go deal with this. He says, here, in case you get hungry on the way, and he says some beef sandwiches and just something to tide you over if needed.
I accept the offering before we go up, and then I kind of nudge to the other guys. Let's get this thing started. We may as well begin.
All right. So if anybody, unless someone would like to do some last-second thing, the primary approach to the ruined house brings you to the base of a set of moss-covered steps. Excuse me. Indeed, nature has reclaimed most of what may have once been a yard. At the top of the steps, though it is daylight, the canopy casts the house in shadow. A strange light flickers from the foliage to the left of the entrance, illuminating an arcane symbol of some sort on the face of the door.
Being a warlock, do I have any? Can I roll Arcana to see if I know anything about this?
You certainly can. Do you have a bonus? What's your?
I have +5.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah, cool.
Okay, well, you can, but not just yet. You see it, but you're a bit far away. You need to get a little bit closer to make a determination of what it might say or what it might mean. So you guys are currently at the bottom of this set of moss-covered steps, and to see it, you'd probably need to go up to the top of the steps.
How big is this staircase?
It's about 10 feet wide, and goes up about 10 feet as well. It's very gradual slope. Should be no danger in going up it.
Okay.
Some serious Ghostbusters theme in the background right now.
I'll start walking up these steps.
Okay. The other two going with him, or you're gonna hang back?
I go with them as well. I'm really curious to see what the sign is before we do anything too drastic towards it.
Okay, so you get to the top of the steps, no problem. You do see the arcane mark on the door, but the thing that kind of appears to all of you first is that there's this strange flickering light coming. The arcane mark is actually being made visible by this strange flickering light coming from the bushes to the left of the door.
So it's almost as if it's being, like, it's projected onto it almost?
No, not projected, but it's the trees and stuff make it pretty dark up here, and it would be difficult to see. It's not like it's actually shining on it, but it's much easier to see because this light is coming from over here. But,
okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Can I make my check now?
You'd need to move. If you want to move up to you'll have to move up to the door, and you'd be able to make your check.
Yeah, I move up to the door, and I focus onto it and scour my mind for the information that might be needed.
All right. So
now with rolling.
Hang on.
You want me to roll?
Hang on.
With rolling. Okay, sorry.
No, that's cool. That's a good question, and I promise to get to it. Unfortunately for you, something may happen first. Okay, So are the other guys going with you, or are you hanging back at the top of the stairs?
I'm gonna walk with them, but I don't know anything about this symbol, but I want to look at these bushes you say that's right there. Are they? So they're they're making it really hard to see, but there's the light kind of coming from them.
Well, it's hard to see because the trees have
Right.
grown out of control and they're blocking most of the sunlight.
Okay.
The bushes aren't making it hard to see. They're just, they're like bushes in front of a house. But again, there's some light flickering from behind it that doesn't seem quite natural.
From behind the bushes.
Correct.
Okay.
So you're headed that way. The warlock is headed to the door. And what's our other person doing?
Just following everybody else.
Okay, perfect.
Kind of lagging behind, like not, spooky house. I don't want to jump out in anything.
Very good. So we're gonna look at everyone's passive perception now. I need to know what that is.
Mine says +3.
Passive perception or your perception?
I'm sorry, that was wisdom. I apologize.
Mine says 15.
Nice.
Solid 10.
All right.
Mine's also 15.
Very nice. Okay, so each of you are kind of heading towards your areas of interest, and just out of the corner of your eyes, you manage to spot these things before they sneak up on you. So let me give you a little picture of what you're seeing.
Cool.
Here we go.
The moment of truth.
All right.
Oh, so they're like ants.
But they're like 2.5 feet tall. So they blended perfectly in with the bushes. But as they start to move, you guys are able to spot them so they don't get the surprise on you.
Yeah.
One of these comes out and seems to be heading towards each of you. So if everyone would give me an initiative roll, that's just a d20 plus, almost definitely plus your dex modifier.
Oh man, I thought we were gonna use roll 20.
You can.
Oh,
Yeah, what roll
I got a
20 is
20.
fine.
I got a 20.
Cool. Hang on.
Except my dex modifiers is -1.
Very nice.
Yeah.
All right, so let's. Okay, so yeah, we are using roll 20. Are you?
Oh, okay.
Well, no, you don't have to. You're fine. You roll. But somebody said they thought we were using roll 20.
I can't. Instead of getting in that, if I can get they're just in the other room. Can I go run and get them?
Whichever's better for you. Yep.
Yeah. Hang on 1 second.
You know what? I actually forgot to grab a pencil in my haste, so I'll go do that right now.
Perfect.
All that's left is me.
All right, so your teammates abandon you, and all of these guys jump on you instead.
And I die at the end.
We're getting all kinds of things today. So, the healing salve does poison, and what else?
According to the merchant, it heals. It can heal damage. It can cure poison, and it can cure any disease that you might get.
Gotcha.
Just so you know, I was looking at the comment section of the YouTube video. Richard Hagler, who I think was.
Oh, okay,
yeah.
Is he saying he's? What is he saying? I can't.
He says. I just got linked to this video. Crap. And then he links you and any help. So you must the invite to the thing must have expired. You must have gotten. Yeah.
Can you since you're there already? Can you just copy the link at the top of your screen and send that to him?
Yeah, sure.
As soon as we're assaulted by these bushes, just another guy pops in out of reality.
And tell him that we're only just getting started, so he's more than welcome to join. Yeah.
Nothing big has happened at all.
Right.
Okay, this is.
I am horrible at checking chat, so if you're posting something there, let me know, or I'll totally miss it. It's my biggest weakness.
You said you're broadcasting this?
Yes, we are.
Okay. You want to put a link to that in chat? No. Unless there's like outside information I need to see.
I can paste it now if you want.
Yeah, that'd be great.
There you go.
Cool.
I'm ready for some serious double noise going on.
If you wanted roll total, I can tell you what I rolled too.
All right, so let me. The way I do that is I find it easier just to run down the list and instead of everybody kind of yelling at the same time. And like I said, a lot of people like to put it in the chat, but I'm horrible at, as I said, horrible checking the chat. So
I got you.
all right, so Drafton, what was your initiative?
Yes.
I'm sorry.
I'm just sorry. I just closed out of that because there was some serious noise. My roll plus my initiative.
Yes.
Right. 7.
7. All right. Alum.
Oh, sorry, that's me. I forgot about my name. I rolled a 20, except I have -1, so it's 19 now.
All right. And Yenrol.
With my awesome modifier of +3, I have a whopping 5.
Nice.
Big
All right.
number, man.
Yeah, thanks. I am for the stars.
Clearly cheating. You're gonna have to.
Oh, dang it. Oh, man.
Gonna have to make you use Roll20 from now on. All right, Alum. The one that emerged closest to you comes after you.
Okay. Okay, cool. Yeah, can I use... So can I use my Eldritch Blast on the creature thing?
Your Eldritch Blast, you said?
Yeah.
You can, but right now it's coming at you. It's his initiative. So he's going to try
okay,
to
sorry.
use pointy, twiggy bits to poke you.
Okay, I try and avoid them if I can.
It's eerily silent. It's not making any noises at all, which is a little frustrating.
Yeah.
A little off-putting. All right, so tell me what you guys are seeing on the screen. Are you still seeing the twig thing, or are you seeing something?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're still saying.
All right, so if you see something other than a twig thing, let me know, because I'm playing with my tech.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right, so I roll a 14, which you guys can't see, but I did. So I get an armor class of 17. Does that hit you, Alum?
A little check. 17. I think it does. Yeah, it does. Mine's 11.
All right. So this twig creature thing emerges from the bushes, steps at you, and kind of plunges one of its twiggy arms into your thigh, doing. Oh, a mighty
So I
2.
have to get all those splinters out.
Doing a mighty 2 points of damage. Are you still alive?
Yeah. I have 6 points left there.
All right. What? Oh, I'm sorry. I apologize. Alum, you actually were supposed to go first. So if you kill it, it obviously won't have damage. I just missed your name somehow in the initiative roll. So sorry about that. So yes, you may use your Eldritch Blast on it.
Okay, I do that.
All right. So
Um,
roll a 20-sider. You've got to
yeah.
hit it, right? So roll a 20-sider.
Yeah.
Add
I
your
rolled an And my charisma, is it? Yeah.
Yes, that sounds right.
Yeah, because I'm a warlock. It's 8, plus 5. Yeah.
13.
So, yes, it's 13. Does
You
that hit it?
you managed to hit it. Yes.
Cool. Now I'll roll. D10. And I rolled a 6.
All right. So everything I said about it hitting you, just ignore. It,
Didn't happen.
Yeah.
what I'll say is it moved to do this lunge, and it's headed about to hit you right in the thigh, and you react just before it does, and you just blast it. You can describe your kill if you would like.
Yeah, I'm too tired.
All right, very good. All right, so you Eldritch blasted into a pile of twigs. All right. So actually, now that I have my initiative straight, Drafton, there's one headed for you. He looks unsavory.
Yeah. So after having traveled behind,
Go ahead.
after having like traveled somewhat behind everything else, he gets a glimpse of a flash of light as Alum just kind of blasts this thing into oblivion, and he kind of out of the corner of his eye kind of sees that one is coming for him. And does it have initiative over me, or?
It does, yes. It was coming for you.
Okay.
It swung its pointy bits at you and misses horribly.
Okay.
But before you can react, you see that the third one moves out on Yenrol, and I rolled a 15. Will that hit you, Yenrol?
It does. My armor class is 14.
All right, and I do another mighty 2 points of damage because I'm feeling vicious today. Apparently.
All right.
And Drafton, now it's your turn.
So, because it failed on initiative, I just can straight up attack it from here, or?
You could, whether it failed or succeeded, you still can straight up attack it. So
Okay.
basically, it's your turn, so you can do whatever action you're interested in. Hi, Richard. Sorry about the mix-up. Give me. I'll tell you what, guys. Give me a second. Let's get Richard into the into the swing of things here. Do you have a character choice yet, Richard?
Yeah, I would yeah, there's an error in the. I would take a cleric, or if that's possible.
That's absolutely possible. Let me.
Solid choice.
Yeah.
Let me send you a link to the pre-gens.
Yeah,
You got that?
yes, I wanted to maybe, if possible, the death cleric. I have an idea for that.
Okay, that's fine. So if you've got him, then yeah, that's perfectly fine. That actually makes that makes the archetypical party. We got a fighter, a arcanist, a rogue, and a cleric.
Excellent.
Do you have a name for this this fella?
Yes, Grim Morningstar. With
Morning.
O-U, like morn.
Ah, very nice.
Oh, yes. Awesome.
Okay, so let me catch Richard up. You know what? I'm gonna let you guys catch Richard up. So you guys are in the heat of battle. Just on your turn, I want you to let Richard know whatever you think his character should know. Richard, what you know is that there are a very loose group of adventurers here around this town, and you find out that you were summoned to a meeting this morning, but you were late. So 3 of them have headed off to this old house that has been was supposedly cleared out by adventurers a while back, but stuff is going on again now. So you we're just a few minutes behind them leaving, so you're just catching up to them, and you see that they're at the top of the stairs just outside the house being attacked by these twig creatures that are about 2.5, 3 feet tall. And if you could roll initiative for me.
Okay. Toolbox was that, I think.
If you're doing it online, Dice Stream is a good way to go.
Okay. Oh well, I'm just. Sorry for the interruption.
No, that's fine. Like I said, it's not your fault. It's always interesting trying to organize these things. I've never done a pre-done event before, so I don't know. I probably did something wrong.
No problem. So I got my sheet open and I got dice roller running.
Very good. So roll a d20 and add your initiative modifier for me.
That is a 15.
15 total? All right.
Yes, 15 total.
All right. General, did you get a turn yet?
No, my 5 is still waiting.
Drafton, did you get that, Drafton?
No, but General did get hit.
Yep.
Right. But now it's Drafton's turn to act. So you've got one right there swinging its pointy bits at you.
Yeah. So, how would I go about trying to block this, if I can?
You could take a defensive action, and what that means is anybody trying to attack you before you go again would attack with disadvantage. Are you guys familiar with advantage and disadvantage?
Yeah.
I've heard the terms, but I'm not exactly.
Okay. So what that means is they're the exact opposites of each other. If you have advantage, you roll two 20-sided dice and take the one that you prefer. If you have disadvantage, you have to roll two 20-sided dice and you take the worst one.
Okay.
So if there will be situations as we go forward that you'll be in a good place for doing something, so you'll get advantage on that, and then if you're in a bad situation, then you'll get disadvantage. So basically, if you dodge, then you put the other guys in a bad situation, so they would all be at disadvantage when they're attacking you.
Okay.
I will say, however, typically early on in a fight, you're probably the best way to avoid damage is just to kill whatever it is that's attacking you.
Yeah.
Unless, now, if you try to hit it and you're unable to hit it for a turn or two, then it might make sense to go defensive. But usually, at least for the first little bit, unless you have a specific reason for doing it, your best move is usually to poke it with a pointy stick.
Poke it with a stick.
Exactly.
Yeah. So, okay. I think Drafton, in the heat of the moment, is going to draw his longsword and try to kill this thing first.
All right.
How would I go about rolling this?
Sure. Okay. Roll a 20-sided die.
Okay.
And on your character sheet, there should be a little section for combat or
Attack bonus?
Yep, and add your attack
Okay.
bonus.
So that is 19?
Okay, that will definitely hit.
No.
Alright.
And then you roll the appropriate damage die. If you're using a sword, I think it's a D8.
I'm thinking.
What weapon were you using?
Longsword, but I'm thinking of doing a versatility attack.
Oh, using
So-
a versatile.
Yeah.
Does your armor class include a shield?
Yeah, I have a shield, but can I just not use that right now, or?
That's fine. You just, again, if you're going to use a versatile, you'll need to be sure you don't include
Yeah.
your shield. That's fine. Yep, that's fine. So you'd roll a
So,
Go ahead.
10.
10 points of damage?
No, 1d10.
All right. Okay.
So, in his haste, he doesn't exactly have time to draw his shield. So Drafton is kind of just going to take a swing upward with both hands for 10 points of damage.
All right. So would you like to tell me how you completely obliterate this thing?
Drafton didn't exactly see it as he had his eyes closed in embrace of whatever may come from the, what was the name of the enemy? Twig, some.
They're little twig creatures that look like that. You name them whatever
Yeah.
whatever you'd like.
Twig blight. And he kind of just hears the snapping and crackling of branches, and he realizes that he can open his eyes after the kind of resistance has subsided from his swing, as he cuts clean through this thing in a single stroke.
Very good. Yenrol. Got one there poking on you.
I'm gonna look at it and just get really mad, almost just shocked that it would want to hurt me.
Mm-hmm.
And I've got the dagger that you gave me and a short sword.
Okay.
I can attack with both of those on the same turn. Is that right?
That's correct.
Okay. Is it one roll for both weapons?
You roll for each weapon separately. The secondary weapon, the dagger, does not get to add your dex bonus.
Gotcha. Yeah, okay. I was familiar with that.
Yeah. All right.
Alrighty. So with the sword, let's see, proficiency. Sword has finesse, so I can use my dex modifier on it, correct?
That's correct. Yes.
So that attack roll is a 24,
Ouch.
and the one with the dagger is a 15.
All right. Go ahead and roll damage for the short sword.
Which is
G6. Yep.
one plus plus 3, so it'd be 4.
4. Tell me how you kill it.
I am going to. Can I just stab with both weapons into the head of this treant to try and
You absolutely can. Yes.
just in a fit of rage?
Very nice.
Awesome.
Alum, could you roll for me a perception check?
Perception check, sure. What is my perception? Where is it? There it is. Perception is +5. Wow.
Yep.
I rolled another 20.
All right, so you quickly glance around the situation. You see that all the twig blights up here are down, but you notice that your acquaintance Grim Morningstar is at the bottom of the stairs, and you quickly spot another one of these things is getting ready to has emerged from the foliage and is getting ready to try to attack him.
Oh, okay. So it's another one that's come out of the bushes.
Yes.
Okay. Do I have? Okay. Yeah. So I do the same. I do the same as I did last time. I Eldritch blast the hell out of it.
All right. Give us a
Roll the
roll.
dice.
Yep.
If this is another 20, I'm gonna start rolling on online because I feel like it was another 20.
Oh my god, are you using weighted dice?
I'm. Can I re-roll on here? I feel a lot more.
No,
I feel a lot better.
No, you rolled a 20, you get it.
I'm actually glad you're rolling your 20s here when I get these mooks. You're welcome to get them out of the way. Go ahead.
You
Yeah,
get a
I rolled
critical.
a
You
20.
get a critical.
That's true. You get a crit. That's very very true. I time to discuss criticals. So when you roll a natural 20, you automatically hit whatever you're doing, and you
Yeah.
roll any dice that you're rolling for damage. You roll twice, and then you
Oh, wow.
add your whatever the modifier is once.
Okay. So instead of rolling 1d10, it's 2d10 then.
That is correct. Yes.
Cool. I rolled a 2 and a 10.
All right. So you're going to do it 12 points of damage, which is completely going to obliterate it. You're welcome to describe your.
But then I also get a +5 for my spell attack bonus.
Well, that's plus 5 to hit, not to damage.
Yeah, true. Okay, yeah. Okay. Can I do it in a way that makes him go back to where the other dead tree thing is of my last opponent? So I'm starting like a graveyard of them.
Unfortunately, you're at the top of the stairs, shooting down to the bottom, so it'd be hard to push him up the stairs from that direction. But you can obliterate him, and if you want, you can pick up his bits and make a little pile of twig bits if you'd like.
Firewood.
Make a vine kindling, I was going to say, yeah.
I'll just blast him, and if we have time, I'll make a graveyard out of them.
All right. Okay, so Grim, you look to your left as you're at the bottom of the stairs, and this eldritch blast flies past you. You think for a second, by God, has Alum turned on me? Is he trying to attack me? But you do see that there's this bundle of twigs. It was looked like it was headed towards you, and he's blasted it into oblivion out of your way. So you realize he was more likely trying to protect you from this creature.
I nod thanking and look for another enemy to crush.
It appears that you've arrived just at the very end of this battle, and things have quieted down.
Well,
Perhaps you... Go ahead.
I look a bit sad that there was nothing for me to do, but I'm reasonably happy that they could stand the ground without me.
Excellent. So you go up the top of the stairs, I assume, and
Yes.
up there you see two things that they seem to be investigating. On the door is some sort of an arcane symbol, and Alum is headed over to kind of check that out. And off to the left of the door, behind some of the bushes, is a strange flickering light. And I think, was it Yenril that was going that way?
Yeah, I want to go check out these bushes.
All right. Okay, so we'll start with Yenril. Yenril, you go over to the bushes and you kind of crane your neck and you look around, try to see what's going on back there, and you see lying on the ground, kind of rolled up against the side of the house, is what looks to be a torch that is actively burning.
Is there any way I can tell like how long it's been burning?
You really can't tell. It doesn't look to be burnt it doesn't seem to have burnt away very much, so it would appear not to have been burning long. But then the thing that you notice that's more interesting, actually, after looking at it for a second, is it's lying amongst some what look to be some fairly dry leaves, and they're not they haven't caught fire.
Okay. I would like to pick this torch up
Okay.
and walk over to that little mini treant.
Yep.
See if I can set it on fire.
You take the torch. You go over to the mini treant. You shove the torch right in the middle of it, and nothing happens.
I would look if the fire is. I would put my hand near it to feel if it is.
Yeah, that's what I want to do next. Is take my hand and run it through the flames.
And the two of you simultaneously go to check the heat, and there is none. It is not producing heat.
Ah, that is. Ah, that's interesting.
Does it just feel? Is it lukewarm or is it?
There's no. It's like you're passing your hand through air.
I don't know, guys. This is too spooky for me. I think that. I don't know.
I think that's just magic.
Can I? Did we learn anything about the Arcana symbol yet?
No, I was actually going to go over to Alum at this point. So,
I want to start walking towards that symbol with this torch while he's looking at it.
all right. So it took you guys a few seconds to do that. So while this will be going on while you're doing that, but as soon as you get done, you can certainly head that way. Okay. So Alum, now you can roll me that knowledge arcana.
Okay, I did it again. I'm gonna roll on screen now because I don't trust my guys. They're cheating on me. So yeah, but I have a +5 on this because of my skills. This is ridiculous.
Someone has been a good boy today. All right, you get up fairly close, and you're pretty sure that this is a spell called Magic Mouth, and it basically is used to leave a message. So it wouldn't be harmful, but if you were to touch it, or probably if you were to touch the door, you would trigger the magic, and some sort of a message would be passed on.
Okay, do I have enough time in my turn to still do that? It's part of my action?
You look at it, and yeah, you just reach up. All you have to do is reach up and touch it, so that's not a problem at all. Yep.
Yeah, okay, so I reach out and touch the door to reveal the message.
All right. So the symbol takes the form of a pair of giant lips, and it begins to speak. Beware! Within lie the remains of a fiend destroyed by the mithril shards. I reckon you ought to just move along. If you gotta enter, don't go breaking the magic circle, and don't mess with the dead things.
Easy enough.
I think that is a clear invitation for us.
Yeah.
Well, I agree with Grim.
Is the door open or is it still closed?
The door is closed.
Okay. Can I walk up to the door and see if it'll open for me?
Who's just talking? General?
General.
Yeah.
If nobody else wants to do anything.
You walk up and you kind of push on the door a little bit, and it seems stuck. You think you could probably get it open, but you would need to make a strength check.
Okay.
Want some help?
Can a few of us try this at once to help each other out?
Basically, a couple of you can try it, and basically this you probably won't have the strongest one do the actual roll, and then somebody who's helping will give you advantage in the situation. So you would be able to roll again 2 dice and take the better of the results. Or you can just get you can just get somebody to roll it that's going to roll a 20 every time.
I am much more nimble than strong, so
Okay. So I guess
I'm a dwarf.
Drafton. Oh,
Yeah, Drafton's
go
probably
ahead.
the strongest out of us all.
I mean,
So,
so Drafton's gonna come up beside General and see that he's trying to apply force to the door and proceed to aid him. So I guess just roll and.
Well, you get up. Drafting gets up there, and so
Yeah.
it's pretty evident to General, I think, that Drafton is probably more skilled in this particular area.
quite.
Yeah.
So he's going to yield the active activity to you. So Drafton, roll me 2 20-sided dice, take the better, and add your strength modifier.
14.
All right. So you put your shoulder into it, and the door pops open.
That's how we do it.
All right. So the next thing I'll talk about for a second is just kind of marching order. It's basically who's who's going to be in the lead most of the time, who's going to be in the back, who'll be in the middle. So
Is when we open the door, can we see? Is it lit inside or is it dark?
it's dark. There's a little bit of light creeping in from some windows, and then obviously from the door you just opened.
But
Go ahead.
we have the torch that we can use for the ones that can't see in the dark.
yeah.
Very true. But again, just as a general default marching order, who's likely to be the person in front? It's obviously going to change, but
Because 20.
I think my character as a wizard, I'd both hang back to defend, but I also want to investigate to see if there's any magic around that I can detect. So I think I'd be towards the middle also.
right. And obviously what happens is again, this is just kind of default way that you guys move around, but once you encounter things, you're all going to move and change the order. But this way we have an idea of who's going to get to things first, and if there are things hiding, where they, who they'll jump on first, things of that sort. So who would like to be the primary target, I guess is my question.
Probably the fighter.
Yeah.
All right.
Then the best choice would probably be a rogue behind them, so he possibly can see traps. Then the mage, and at last the cleric, because he can always see when somebody before him gets injured and nobody behind him.
Yeah.
And in the back, it's always good to have.
Perfect.
Yeah, I think that's a good order.
Well thought out.
General is going to agree, but also say that he would never have a problem going last if everyone else wanted to go first.
Okay, so the door opens into the remains of a once lavish living room. Long forgotten items lie strewn about the floor. Through the shadows, you see a door 35 feet ahead on your left, and another to your right on the far wall. Between the two lies a weather-worn set of stairs leading up.
You said the stuff on the floor is closed. Is that?
No, it's just a lot of debris that you would expect to find in a living room. There's broken furniture. There's what looks like a bent-up candelabra. Things of that sort.
Okay.
But it's pretty well littered.
Is this the only room to the floor?
Well, no. Again, there's a door 35
Yeah.
feet ahead on your left, and there's a second door on the far wall to your right. And then there are the stairs leading up. So there's at least a couple other rooms on this floor.
I have
Well,
a
I say we
question.
stay on the floor. Yeah, sorry.
I like that idea, staying on the floor. When we were looking at this building outside, the door to go in, was it dead center, or was it towards one direction?
It was pretty much dead center. Might have been a little bit off center, but basically center.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Um,
Which door would we take? What do you think?
I'm gonna pipe up and
Um,
say I like left because I'm superstitious about right.
Well,
Sounds.
Sounds good.
all
I
right.
think the door that goes further into the room, we should take last. We should take the one that is closer, because I suspect that it doesn't go not much further.
Yeah, true.
But that was the right one.
The one on the left is actually would fit that description. It's slightly closer than the one on the right.
Oh, okay. So we're not.
So this room, I guess let me describe the room. You guys are basically, you're closer to the left wall of this particular room. The door is centered on the house, but on this particular room,
Oh, okay.
the wall to your left is closer. So yeah, it's probably 35 feet to the door on the left, and maybe 50 feet if you move diagonally to the door on the far wall.
Okay.
Yeah, so we may as well go left.
Okay, so you're gonna go left.
Yep.
All right, so you guys enter the room in your marching order. Excuse me. Drafton gets maybe about 20 feet into the room, and one of the books that was kind of lying on the floor ahead of you lifts up off the floor, flies to the air, past Drafton's head, and slams into the wall.
He kind of just attempts to follow this strange happening with his head, and just kind of looks back to the rest of the line with just downright confusion.
Probably that. It's just some spooky stuff, I guess, to frighten the feeble mind.
Should I try another Arcana roll to see if I can identify what type of thing might be causing this?
You're welcome
Yeah, I
to
mean,
roll.
is anyone good with investigation or?
I tell you what, let's do this. Just for purposes of organization, let's roll initiative again.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm rolling mine on screen.
8.
13.
All right, so I'm going to run down the list and ask you for your initiatives,
Right.
because I don't recognize the voices well enough to know who's who yet. So all right, so Drafton.
Yes, 8.
8. Alum.
11.
Yenrol.
11.
I'll let you guys choose who goes there. Grim.
13.
Okay, so you guys kind of look among yourselves. You start saying, you kind of say as you do. And then as you're doing that, the candlestick that you saw rises up from the floor and flies towards Yenril. Misses him and bashes into the wall. Grim, what would you like to do?
I think that here is probably. I say, show yourself, fiendish creature.
It doesn't seem to choose to show itself at this point.
Coward.
Alum.
Yep.
Okay.
Can I do what? Can I roll Arcana to see if I notice these traits within any particular spell or type of creature?
Yep, that sounds fine. You got a
Cool.
20 what?
I'll roll on the screen again. 9. Yay! I got less than a 20. Now I'm like happy. Except I get +5 to that because of my skill levels.
Right. So 14.
Yeah.
All right. So you're not certain what it is, but you do have some possibilities. There are certain creatures that spirit type creatures that would do things like this. There are also some spells, telekinesis spells that might cause this sort of a situation. Typically, though, the spell would either have to be cast by somebody or somehow triggered, kind of like the magic mouth was, if it was a spell. That's what you get.
Yeah. Based on the message, I'm assuming that it's the creature that we were warned about. The spirits that we were warned about.
Yep. Very good.
Logical sense.
Yenril.
All right. So I've still got this torch in my hand. The books and the book and the candle, did they come up from the same area, or were they?
As a matter of fact, they were pretty far apart.
Okay. How close are we to the middle of the room?
The Drafton is about 20 feet in, fairly close to the left-hand wall. So you're about a third of the way deep in the room, and you're off to the left-hand, pretty far to the left. So you're not particularly close to the middle.
Could I walk to the middle of the room and take this torch, and I kind of want to like spin around in a circle and then just kind of slash it to see if I can.
Yep, you absolutely can. So you head to the middle of the room. You kind of whirl about like a dervish with the torch, and it basically just spins through the air with no visible effect. Is that what you were trying to do?
Yeah. I'm gonna spit in disgust on the ground.
Very good. Drafton.
Is there any way that I can tell if anything else is gonna start coming at us, or?
No,
I mean,
you can't tell, but this would be a good place if you wanted to use that defensive positioning. You could go defensive, and if something does try to attack you, you're less likely to be hit while you're trying to figure out what's going on.
Yeah, so Drafton's just kind of gonna take his shield and I guess try to move closer to Yenril, since he's in the middle. And that would be easier to kind of move about, and so yeah, I'm gonna do that.
Okay.
And I guess just kind of brace for anything else that might happen other than a flying candle or a chair or.
All right. So you're gonna move to the middle of the floor, which is a move action, and then you also have your regular action, which you're going to use to go defensive, which will make it harder for you to be hit. Is that correct? Is that what you're trying to do?
Yeah, just kind of like use myself as like a mobile shield for everybody else.
All right. Grim. Your eyes grow wide as you see a broken arm off of a chair hurled towards you from across the room. And obviously, I need to roll somehow differently because I'm not having a lot of effect with these things. It bashes in the wall and shatters into several pieces. Yep.
I throw a sacred flame to the place where the thing came from.
All right.
If there-
Right. So, sacred flame, is that an attack roll or a saving throw?
it's a cantrip.
Right. But when you cast a damage dealing spell, one of two things is going to happen. You either have to roll an attack roll, or the target gets a saving throw.
I think it's an attack roll. I just look.
I
Sacred
guess I should
flame.
have that open as well.
Sacred flame page 272. It's it must succeed a dex saving throw or take or take damage.
Okay. What's your you should have a spell DC.
Yes, spell DC is 12.
Okay. All right. You blast the area where the arm came from. You don't see any visible result.
Cowardly undead.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I say cowardly undead.
Alum.
Whoa, my hair. Could you just catch me up for a second? I had to go.
Yep.
Yeah.
Actually, let me go back a second. Grim.
Yes.
Two of the party members have moved to the center of the room, and the two of you still on that wall. You're going to stay on the wall where you were?
I would follow them.
Okay, move towards the middle. Okay. So basically, whatever's happening is just obviously picking up random stuff from the room and throwing at you guys.
Okay.
Everybody except you has moved to the center of the room. Yenril is waving around the torch, trying to see if he can connect with something. But that's the general situation.
Well, I was wondering if I could move to the center of the room and maybe create something with my minor illusion to maybe try and ward off these
Sure.
spirits.
What would you want to create?
Well, as a warlock, is there anything that I know spirits, just normal spirits, don't like?
Unfortunately, I would say it probably varies from spirit to spirit. I mean, they're all very very personal as to why they're here. They linger for their own reasons. So there's probably not like a generic thing you could do.
Okay. Then I won't actually create a minor illusion because I don't quite see the point. So instead, I'm just going to just walk to the middle of the room and prepare a spell ready just in case I need to cast it straight away. So, but I don't cast anything, but I start to warm up an Eldritch Blast just in case things go dirty.
All right. Very good. General.
All right. Is there anything that looks out of the ordinary in this room? Anything that just stands out, or?
Give me a investigation check.
I would do something before that. I would touch all three of them and give them guidance.
Okay, so you tell General to hang on a second.
Yeah,
And,
guidance is for the next roll, whatever they do, they get 1d4 on the roll on top. So they roll 1d4 extra.
I know it's for skill rolls. Is it for like attack rolls as well? Or is it?
Think so.
Well, we can double check that. But Yandro, go ahead. You can roll your investigate, and you get an extra 4-sided die to the total.
All right. Ooh. A 24.
Very nice. You don't see anything out of the ordinary, but you do kind of come to like the light bulb turns on above your head. I guess maybe the torch turns on above your head, and this. It looks like the attacks, which originally didn't seem to really have a pattern. Now that you think about it, they seem to be driving you away from the door on the left and towards the door on the far wall.
The door on the far right of this room?
Yes.
Okay. So it's trying to get us out of the room, kind of?
Well, it's
That's what I'm thinking.
It probably is trying to get out of the room, but it seems to be trying to get you out of one of the doors and not so much the other one.
Okay, but it's not the door we came through, but the opposite door now, right?
Right. Yeah. It's
Okay.
it's the you guys originally were headed to the door on the left. It
Right.
seems to be kind of pushing you more towards the door on the right. Or not the right, but the far wall.
Got you. I am. Is there a way I can look to see if to keep going to the door on the left, see if it's, I guess, like unlocked or trapped or anything? Like,
Sure. I mean, there's nothing stopping you just walking over there and checking it out. So, if you want to walk over to that door, I'll let you roll another investigate to check for traps and stuff if that's what your plan is, or you can just try to open it, whatever your.
let's.
Guidance.
Yeah.
Can I go over and cover him?
Sure.
Yeah. I
Sure.
go with it
All right.
when something happens.
All right. So you all start heading over to that door. Basically, is that what I'm hearing? Towards
Yeah.
the door on the left.
Yes.
Towards the door on the left. Okay.
I'm going against what I feel like the spirit wants us to do because I don't trust it.
All right.
Because it threw a candle at my head.
All right. So, you're all headed towards the door. This big picture on the wall, like a hideous family portrait kind of deal, lifts up off the wall, off its hook, and flies at Yenrol, and yet again manages to horribly miss. All
Do
right.
I feel?
I would taunt the spirit.
No.
Does it narrowly miss, or is it missing by a wide kind of margin? Can you?
Well, it misses by a pretty wide margin, but out of character, I'll let you know that my rolls suck. So
Gotcha.
it doesn't. You would not estimate it's trying to miss you.
Okay.
You think it's trying to hit you, but the gods that control its striking ability are having a bad day.
Got you. Alum used up all the good. I understand.
Yeah.
I say to the unseen entity, I say, good that you don't show yourself. If you fight as you throw, you wouldn't be a challenge.
Roasted.
All right. So I'm rolling to make sure the door's not like trapped or anything.
All right. Now, if you're only to detect, see if there are any traps, I actually am going. This will vary from DM to DM, but I like to make that roll so you don't know if you succeed or fail.
That's totally fine. Totally fine.
So what's your investigate bonus?
My investigate bonus is +3.
All right.
Plus
Plus guidance. So roll an extra d4, or I can roll it. What am I talking about? All right. You give a good thorough looking, and it does not appear to be trapped in any way.
Okay. I want to. If it's, is it? Can I put my hand to see if it's unlocked?
Yeah. It opens.
Opens up. Okay.
Yep.
What do?
What do you see?
Yeah. What do I/we see?
All right. Well,
I want to kind of be ready to dodge if something's about to come aiming at my face. I'm a little.
as long as there's no fight, I always sense that my spell has been used, my guidance, and I always count it again. I can use it to targets.
And then it has a duration of what, like a minute, I guess. And then used it a
Yeah,
minute. It goes
duration is yes.
Okay.
Duration and concentration.
away. All right.
So-
So you open the door. You see a large table with a broken leg, surrounded by a half a dozen broken chairs, showing this to have long ago been a dining room. A quick scan shows nothing of interest save a door on the east wall. Right, I'm gonna roll on the screen. So surely that'll be better than what I've been doing here on my table. Grim,
Yes.
does a 17 hit you?
What?
There's I'm sorry. Never mind. A 10. It's got the old. It didn't clear the old number. More debris from the living room flies past your head.
Yeah. Pathetic.
All right. And it's your turn, Grim. What would you like to do? You're standing in the living room. Just you can see into the dining room.
I again throw at this time. I think I would this time again throw a sacred flame. On the off chance I hit something.
Okay. All right. It seems to have no effect. Would you like to move?
Let's go into
Into the dining room? All right. Alum.
Yeah. So what's the threat inside the dining room?
You don't see any threat unless you're afraid of
Okay.
dining room tables and broken chairs.
Okay.
They're pretty scary.
Can I roll investigation to maybe? Actually, would this be investigation or insight? It's to see what this place used to be like and maybe what type of people used to inhabit it.
I would go with insight on that one.
Insight?
Yeah,
Okay.
but you kind of see what's here. You're not trying to look for any,
Yeah,
anything hidden so much.
I would do that too.
Okay.
Insight. Yeah. So that's I have a +3 and just roll a d20.
That's correct.
Cool.
Plus the
I got a 1.
Oh, and you do get to add a D4 for being guidance.
Okay, cool. Another one.
Nice.
at least you
Now I got bad luck.
at least you have not the one.
I'll get all the good rolls out of the way anyway.
I roll inside 2. Let's see.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also a 2. No, that's a 5. That's a 5.
Ah, I think you both got a 5 then. I, the basically with a 5, these were pretty wealthy folks. And unfortunately, you can't get much more than that with that level of.
We should take our time and investigate every room to find some hints on what kind of creature this is or whatever. Maybe something valuable. I don't know.
I just want to know,
Even if it,
like in respect to where everybody else is, are we still like passing through the doorway, or
Let's
is
see.
everyone kind of shifted over into? And if we've all shifted over, or if we're still in the doorway, where am I, or where's Drafton in respect to
Sure.
everywhere else?
All right, so Grim, I think, moved actually into the room, and I'm going to assume the
Yes.
Alam and Yenrol also have kind of stepped into the room. So you're the last one in the big room, but it is now your turn. So
Okay. So I'm kind of gonna just kind of like backtrack with my shield in case anything wants to come out our way,
Okay.
and I'm just gonna just close the door.
Okay. As you're closing the door, roll me a perception check.
that can't be a good sign.
Got him.
2. That's not very good at all.
Ooh.
Uh,
Did you manage to get up to a 5?
no, my perception bonus is 0.
Okay. All right. So you close the door. You're all in the dining room. There's stuff scattered around, and there's one door leading, other than the door you came to, of course. There's one door leading further back into the house.
I say that's our anchor point. That's our aim.
I'm sorry, what? I couldn't quite make out what you said. Repeat that, please.
Me?
Yes.
Yeah, that's our anchor point. I assume that's where we're trying to go. I was just speaking on behalf of everyone else. I assume.
All right. Okay. Very good. All right. As you start heading towards the other door, Drafton, you were the last one in the room, and you closed the door. Just as the others are getting ready to open, you're getting ready to move from there to get back into your marching order, kind of. You're getting ready to move,
Yeah.
and you hear a loud thud at the door that you just closed,
Okay.
and something emerges, maybe a half an inch through the door, something driven through the door.
Okay.
You take a look at it, and it's easy to see that it's a piece of glass.
Oh.
It looks like one of the broken windows has been flung at this door and driven through the wood.
Oh wow.
I'm just at this point, since I'm in the back and I'm the one with the shield, I'm concerned for everybody else behind me. So I'd kind of just try to rush everyone towards the other door while keeping an eye on what's. Because I know that door is not going to hold for very long if glass is starting to come through it.
Right. Okay. So at this point, you guys open the other door. You see there's a great oven against the wall. That, in conjunction with scattered pots and shards of pottery, clearly mark this room as a kitchen. Wall to your immediate right opens into a stairwell leading down into darkness.
Man.
Some kind of cellar of some sort for storage. Probably.
Or
It's probably not the best place because whatever it is, it's probably a dead end.
Is that the only way out of this room? Is
That
to
is-
go?
Yep. The
Oh,
door you're
okay.
standing in, or down to the cellar, your choice.
Well, gang, do we want to split up? Look for clues?
No, you
No.
never split up.
Yeah, there we go.
How well lit is it? I mean, that can we see on the other? You said that's the stairwell. Is there any light coming from down there? Is it dark?
There is no light coming from down there.
Okay.
But we have the
Can I peek? Yeah, I was say, can I peek? And I'm an elf too with the dark vision. Can I peek around and see what I see? Or
Sure, you can look down there. Just at a high level, it does look like a basement or a cellar. There seem to be some like crates and general storage items. A few crates and barrels down there. Right at the bottom of the stairs, kind of like on display, like you would display it. Looks to be an old suit of armor, just kind of hanging on a rack. There's more to the base. There's more to the room than you can see from your vantage point.
gotcha.
yeah. Well, we should go down, I think.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell everybody what I saw, just that I can see that there's an armor and some crates on there, just so that everybody knows that.
Yeah.
And I am intrigued. I want to start walking down.
I have a feeling we shouldn't mess with that armor there. Because I think whatever spirits in here can take possession of that.
Maybe we could, if anyone's good with history, we could try and find out, like, if it's significant in any way, or...
Yeah, we should look at. I'm quite some sort of good in history. Who else is good? So I can.
Let's see what I have. Give me a
I've got
second.
0, so...
In history, I have +3.
Yeah, I give myself the mage and the warlock, and I guess the rogue some guidance, and then let's look at the armor if it's historically some sort
All right. So the first thing you need to do is you'll all have to go down the stairs into the.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So as you step down into the basement, the stale air combines with the stench of rotting flesh to assault your nostrils. Your skin bristles at the cool dampness in the air. At the bottom of the stairs,
It's a motorcycle.
yeah, somebody's riding their motorcycle. That's impressive. At the bottom of the stairs, an aged suit of plate mail stands on display. To your left, the decaying corpse of a giant rat lies across the edge of a magic
jeez.
circle, immediately catching your eye. Looking beyond the rat, the body of a red, scaled humanoid lies within the circle. One of the horns sprouting from its head lies broken next to the body. Boxes and crates of food, some relatively fresh, others long spoiled, lie against the walls.
Okay, well, the one thing that the message said was to not disrupt the circle. And I don't think we should be messing with it.
Make me a knowledge arcana.
Pardon? Me?
Yeah, or anyone that would like to can make me a knowledge arcana.
Yeah, I'm
Well,
gonna do Arcana.
History is not helpful.
Do I just roll a D20?
Yeah, I mean, yep.
Yeah, and
You,
the
you
D4.
should have a D4, right? Yep.
And a
Yeah,
D4.
yeah, okay.
Roll
I roll
16.
Arcana. I have no idea. Let's see. I have Arcana.
I rolled a 23.
Okay. That's enough. I'll assume you'll share with everyone. You're pretty sure that with your knowledge of the arcane that a dead rat corpse lying across the edge of a magic circle would count as breaking it.
Hmm.
Yeah, I have.
Oh,
22.
okay.
Yeah.
So it's already broken. It's already been disrupted.
That's your best guess. Yes.
Okay.
I'm gonna ask, not knowing anything of Arcana, just to put the idea in Alum's head, if that could possibly be why there's this invisible thing chunking candles at my head.
That's what I'd assume, sir, and I don't think we should mess with this armor, because if it has the ability to do that, it might have the ability to enchant the armor and attack us with a more strong, battled gear, which we probably don't want to mess with.
Wasn't there like a the door, well, the message on the door said like to not break the circle or something?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So then we gotta find a way to...
Yeah, already happened.
Should we like drag the rat out?
Yeah, you could.
You say this rat is a giant rat. So in relation to to say a 6 foot tall elf, how large is giant?
Probably the weight is more important.
The rat's probably, if it were standing, would be about maybe 2 feet at the shoulder, maybe 2.5 feet long, and then another 1.5 foot of tail, which is lying there on the outside the circle.
It's a huge rat.
With my knowledge of arcane, would I know if pulling it outside of the circle would do anything, or if that's just not worth it at all?
I mean,
well,
considering... Sorry.
Go ahead.
I mean, considering it's already been broken, if we were to just pull it out, then it would still count as broken, I guess? I mean...
It probably wouldn't make the situation worse.
Okay.
It may not help the situation, but it wouldn't make it worse.
It's still worth a try.
The general looks around and says, "I'm not touching it."
Yeah, just take your sword, stab it, and pull it to the side.
I don't have any weapons.
I got a sword.
I guess you're the one touching it then.
Alright, so I guess, can I, Wayward, can I, attempt to, move this hunk of flesh, out of the, circle?
Is that Drafton talking?
Yeah.
Yeah, you certainly can.
So,
You could, the easiest thing would be just to grab it by the tail and pull it out, or you could certainly stab it with your sword and try to use it to slide it out.
I guess I'll do that with, because I am pretty strong, and it would seem reasonable to not waste the shininess of my sword on this giant, and you know it is a big rat. So he's just Grafton just kind of steps forward, and he's gonna grab it by near the base of the tail and just kind of like tug along.
All right.
And just kind of move this thing out of the circle.
All right, make me a strength check.
11.
11. All right.
7, and I can't do simple math.
So I'm assuming you guys are still in the same general order, just as you kind of standing on the stairs as he steps in the room and goes to pull the rat off of the circle. As soon as Drafton reaches down and touches the rat, you all learn that there is a prophet among you. As soon as the rat is touched, you see the following.
Oh God.
That's probably not the best thing to happen.
You know, I probably shouldn't have done that. And I had second thoughts. Huh.
Okay.
And Is anything happening? Or no?
Yeah, I'm trying to.
Yeah, that. Oh God, that looks badass.
What did happen?
Okay, as soon as he touches the rat, the armor begins to move, and you hear the following.
So, you ignorant fools have returned to finish the job. You are too late. My mind has escaped the circle. My body will soon follow. No matter, this form shall suffice to kill you.
How about we roll initiative?
All right.
Okay. Yeah.
I have a question.
Of course.
Right now I have guidance.
Right?
Before I roll initiative, is there any way, like, when he touches that, would I have any time to react to try and, like, make a stealth check to hide behind anything?
The bigger problem would be trying to figure out.
I mean, if the time's not there, it's fine.
I will say if you wanted to try to hide before, I mean, you certainly could have had him, hold off a second. I'm going to go hide behind these boxes.
That's fine. Yeah, I got you.
If you want to do that, then I would allow that.
Yeah. If I could just that. Yeah. Okay. Let me do that real quick. Plus, so I would have gotten a 13.
All right. So just hang on to that. If we need it, we'll go with that.
Okay.
All right. But now let's all roll initiative, please.
So as far as guidance goes, for the rest of the group, it's worn off, right?
No, it lasts a minute, I think. So you've got it for a little bit longer, but it doesn't affect initiative.
Okay. I'm just saying though, because I had it written down. I'm like, do I need to erase that, or like, am I?
No, I think he's casting it fairly often. So I'm going to assume that if you haven't used it in the last few seconds, then you still have it.
Okay.
I just don't know if it is one use or full hour.
It would be. I think it says the next roll, so it would be just the one use.
Yeah, one use. So yes.
But those who haven't used it would still have it because it does last for a minute.
Wayward, just so you know, you have the
You may have it on
page
screen
on
up.
with the stats and stuff. Just so
Oh,
you're
see,
aware.
look at that. Cheaters.
I wasn't sure if you were aware or not.
No, I appreciate that. Yeah. Is that better?
11.
Yeah.
Anyone catch how much HP it had, or?
No, I was looking away.
Let me stop and try to share again. I don't know why it worked differently this time than it did last time.
I think you were still sharing. 'Cause I saw the armor and then I looked away and that was up. So I'm thinking maybe you, when you clicked on it, you hadn't quit sharing yet or whatever. I don't know how that works. Boom! There's the armor and the armor alone.
So if I move it, do you see other things now?
Nope. Now I'm not seeing anything.
No,
Just
yeah, no.
Good.
Cool. Can you see the armor now?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, good. That's perfect then. All right. Initiatives. Drafting.
Oh, that looks so cool. But I got a 15.
Alum.
0.
Nice.
Wait, what?
I rolled a 1 and I have a -1.
the dice has forsaken you.
Jeez.
Yin roll.
9 plus 3, 12.
And Grim.
11.
All right. So, it will, it's going to move, take a couple steps towards Drafton, and it's going to attempt to cause you unpleasant feelings.
Mm.
All right. So it's basically its gauntleted hand swings against, trying to hit you in the back of the head. 18.
Oh, yeah, that hits.
4 points of damage.
Okay.
And that doesn't seem so bad until you realize he's swinging his other gauntlet at you as well.
Oh, God.
13.
Does not.
All right. But the good news is it's your turn.
Yeah. So as kind of winces forward from this first like big metal, just blunt gauntlet striking him, Drafton whips around and kind of pulls up his shield just in time to have it kind of knock off the rim.
Perfect.
And I think I'm gonna try and use my longsword to like make a jab near its like upper stomach, lower chest kind of area.
All right.
So that's a 13.
That will miss.
Okay, so
Actually, it'll hit. It hits solidly, but it just bangs off the armor.
okay, so Drafton is just kind of filled with this kind of instantaneous like twang of dread as the sword kind of just runs along it.
Very good. Yenrol.
Okay. So does this massive suit of armor, does it know where I am right now?
There's no indication that it does. I mean, it's obviously focused on Drafton right now. You don't think it knows who you are, but at the same time, it's not really doesn't seem to be looking for you either.
Right. Can I attempt to sneak up on it? To attack
Sure. Yes, you can.
it? How do you want me to? What check?
All right, so I'm going to say you have to move from where you are to where it is. There's
Right.
stuff to hide behind. Make me another stealth roll. And if it doesn't happen to see you, then
I got a 17.
okay, that's good enough. You sneak up behind it. You want to cause it some unpleasantness.
I would like to try to attack it with
All
it
right.
not knowing.
So you will get advantage on your attack.
Awesome. Just one of you. Just one of you. Nat 20.
All right. So you crit this poor creature. So you'll roll your weapon damage plus you're the rogue, right? Yeah, because you're sneaking. Yeah. So you'll
Right.
get sneak attack damage, and you'll roll both of those twice.
Okay. Now, is that with my main hand? Do I need to roll with the offhand as well, or?
I prefer to do we'll do them one attack at a time.
Okay, got you.
We'll
I
do
got
that one in a second. Yep. So it's
That's a D. So they're both D6.
Yep.
Let me open this so I can get more than one to expedite this process.
you'll be rolling 4 in total.
4 in total? Alright, I'll do that. Alright. I have a 3, a 1, and 2 6s.
So that's 16. Do you have a damage modifier?
My dexterity would be +3.
All right, so that's 19. You rip a big hole in it. Now you can roll your second attack. There's no sneak attack and no.
Just 1d20, right?
Yeah, you'll roll
Okay.
one. No, you're still at. No.
You,
No,
you
it's all
get,
different. Go ahead.
I thought you just don't get the damage bonus on the damage, the dex bonus on damage.
Right, but the sneak attack is only for your first attack each round.
That's yeah.
Yeah, so it wouldn't get sneak attack here. And after he's already attacked, the hiding is gone. So yeah, just a single d20 and just a d6 damage.
Okay, is my internet lagging maybe? Can you guys still hear me?
Yeah, we got
We hear you.
Okay. So because I missed most of that, it was.
That's
pretty-
fine. So you get a one d20 and a d6 damage, or
Okay.
d4 damage.
If I hit, right?
Right.
Okay, gotcha. So do I roll? I got a 13, but do I roll my attack bonus damage?
Okay. You get to add your attack to hit bonus.
Right, my proficiency, and I get the dex modifier for it being a finesse weapon. Is that
To
correct?
hit. Yes, that's correct.
So I have an 18.
Okay, so that will hit.
All
Then a d4 damage.
A 2.
All right. Not quite as effective as that first blow.
Slightly off.
Every little bit helps, right?
Hey,
Yeah.
I'll take what I can get.
I mean, I scratched it, to be fair, so...
He weakened it for you. He loosened it up.
I'm just hoping I don't turn around and get one shot.
Grim.
Yeah, I sacred. The armor looks pretty heavy, so I probably do sacred flame him.
All right, that's a DC 12 dex save, right?
Yes.
How much damage?
1d8. I roll. Shabam, 5.
You roll 5, okay.
Oh!
Alum.
Yeah. Okay. First things first. What does hex do? Do you know?
I mean, I can look it up. I don't have
I've actually got spells open if you want me to read it real quick. Let's
That'd
see.
be-
Oh, okay.
Go for it.
E, F, G, H. You place a curse on a creature that you can see within range. Until the spell ends, you deal an extra 1d6 necrotic damage to the target whenever you hit it with an attack. Also, choose one ability when you cast the spell. The target has disadvantage on ability checks made with the chosen ability. If the target drops to 0 hit points before the spell ends, you can use a bonus action on a subsequent turn of yours to curse a new creature. So that part wouldn't matter because there's only one.
Yeah.
Well, you can curse one
Okay.
down if you want.
Be careful, I'm right behind it, so...
I think. Can I cast one of my spells? Sleep Fae. It has a It does 5d8 hit points.
Oh, sleep. Okay. Yes,
Yeah.
yes, you can.
So do I roll a d20 for that?
No, you roll 5d8s.
Okay. 5d8. Cool. Roll. Taking forever late. Oh, that is a
Oh.
good score.
Holy shit.
Bruh.
It's a 32?
32, yeah, it's 32, and then yeah, it's 32. That's ridiculous.
It is ridiculous, and it's unfortunately sad. You feel this beautiful surge of power flowing through you, and you're certain that you're going to take this thing down, but it just seems to shrug off. Seems to shrug off the ability through some strange mystic resistance.
Okay.
Sorry, that was a sad sad time to roll that wonderful roll.
Yeah.
All right,
I don't
so,
know what my rolls are doing today.
all right, so Yenro, you just caused this thing extreme unhappiness. So
I
he's
saw you guys.
going to try to return the favor. He starts with a backhand with his right gauntlet. 13?
My is 14.
Oh, it was a strong blow. Then he wheels and comes down on you heavy with the left gauntlet. Oh, that one will hit. 6 points.
Whew, all right. I have 1 health.
Oh God.
Drafton,
Yes.
it's your turn.
Don't worry, if you fall, I will revive you.
Yeah. Since okay, when we're talking a big hole in this thing, where and how big are we talking?
There's a good, good sword-sized cleft in its mid back where the rogue gave it a vicious slashing.
Okay. I'm gonna try to jab somewhere up north of that.
All right.
Again with my sword. 16.
That misses.
God, today. Okay, so I guess it just would it just go straight through the hole and not do anything?
Yep.
Yeah,
Pass
all right,
through
so
harmlessly.
I mean, if it was like a critical failure, I guess I could get stuck. But Drafton just kind of does like a quick jab, and it somehow, for reasons unknown, slides through, and then when he pulls back out, just nothing.
Right.
And by reasons unknown, I mean a terrible roll, but you know,
Well, you got a
he doesn't know
16.
that.
That's not terrible.
It's terrible if I can't hit it.
General,
All right.
it's now standing over you like just burning straight into your eyes. It's just staring daggers at you.
So I have potions.
Yep.
Seems like a logical choice. Take one of those.
Okay, so if you were to try to take your potion right where you are, he would get to punch you in the face. But being a rogue, you have the. Oh no, that's at second level, isn't it? Yeah. Never mind.
I don't have.
Don't waste your potion. I can always raise you again.
But you could use the disengage action, where you move away and do nothing else, and he would not be able to punch you in the face at this time.
Okay.
But doesn't that like take up an entire turn, or?
Well, right. Basically, move and do nothing else. But his alternative is to stay where he is and get punched in the face. Yeah.
Is there? If I move behind him, does he get the attack on me as well?
If you move, if you disengage from him, if you anywhere where you're not in, where he can't punch you, he gets a free punch.
Got you. Let me disengage.
All right.
Is there a way that I can disengage and, like, I guess kind of in a diagonal motion away from him to put anybody else between me and him?
Well, when you disengage, you can do a full move, which is twice your normal move, which I assume is 30 feet. So you can basically move, back up halfway up the stairs if you want, and put everybody between you and him.
Let me not necessarily halfway. If I'm like a quarter of a way up the stairs, can I still see everybody, but I'm a good distance away from?
Yeah, he'll have to go through some other folks to get to you.
Let me do that. That way, maybe, because I want to be, if I can, in a place where I can kind of be in range of the people that I'm with as well.
Okay. Very good.
I'll do that. Disengage and.
All right. So Grim, you see General slithering past you with great bits of him, oozing blood, and he moves up the stairs. It's your turn.
I say, I could have raised you if you fall, and then I just second flame him again.
All right. Dex save, DC 12. Is it no damage if he makes it?
What?
He made the save. Is it no damage?
And I look, or is it half damage?
Yeah.
I look for it. Sacred Flame. I think if he makes it, he doesn't get any damage.
Okay. Then he manages to avoid your roasting attempt. Alum.
Oh, sorry. I was miles away. Okay, because my sleep fey thing didn't work. I think I'm going to go with Eldritch Blast.
All right. Sounds good.
Yeah. So that has 1d10. Yeah, 1d10 force. So do I just roll the d10?
You need to hit him.
Okay, cool.
Anytime you're using a spell to damage someone, either A, you have to roll to hit roll, or B, they'll have a save like Sacred Flame does. Eldritch Blast, I believe, has an attack roll.
Okay. Then I have +5 to this, so that's a 20.
Okay.
Yep, cool.
Back at it.
Don't jinx it yet. And 1d10. That's pretty good.
How much?
8
Ugh.
damage.
Oh, you blast him. He's looking in very rough shape.
Okay, cool.
But luckily for him, it's his turn. Yenril is up on the stairs. But he's in hand-to-hand with Drafton, so if he walked away, Drafton would get an AOO on him. So he's just going to turn back and try to give Drafton some love.
Oh, all right.
12 isn't going to get it done, though, right?
No, it's 16.
Oh.
All right. That one does get it done. 5 points of gauntlet right to the nose.
Oh.
So I'm at 3, and
All right. So he turns back on Drafton, leaving himself open for well, maybe not for Yenril. What would you like to do, Yenril?
Okay. If I take a potion, is that my full turn?
It would be your full action. You still could move.
Okay.
Your full move, but
let me take a potion. I have 10, so.
10 potions.
Oh, you know what? I can't read. Never. It's so tiny.
It's
I don't have
torture.
any. It's pittance.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah,
I thought that was strange too, and I was like, yeah, it says it right here. Oh wait, no, it doesn't.
we don't. But if you fall, I can raise
Right.
you again. So
you two of us are about to do that. So
You do, however, have the goo that they gave you.
yeah,
Oh no, you have the dagger. You don't have the goo.
I have the dagger. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me. This thing, I mean, it let out a scream, right? When we dealt it some damage and it let a scream out.
Yep.
yeah.
That was after I hit it in the back, right?
Oh yeah, it looks unhappy. It looks in bad way.
Can I move behind it? Am I close enough?
You'd have to move. You're on the stairs. You'd have to move past it to get behind it. It'd be kind of difficult. But I mean, you've got Drafton on the other side. What's your goal? What's your goal?
Even if he knows I'm going to be behind him,
Yeah, since Drafton is engaged with it, you will get advantage.
Okay, yeah, that's what I was wanting to do, is try and walk up behind him.
Yep, you can do that.
Okay.
Better make this count, man. I'm counting on you, man.
I mean,
I'm scared.
taking a gamble myself, buddy. All right. You said I do get advantage, correct?
You do get advantage, and you will get your sneak attack on the first attack.
Okay.
Nice.
So 3 plus 2. 15?
That misses.
Ooh.
The dagger?
$16.
That also misses.
Ouch.
Ooh! Ooh, he gets a look of excitement in his eyes. Grim.
Yes. I would move in a position where I maybe in the advantage, so close to the rogue, I think.
I don't think regular. I think that's a benefit rogues get. I don't think there's like a flanking or anything for you.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. So
Well, then I just try to smack him with my maul.
excellent.
Yeah, well, it's probably worse than.
But okay, cool. Before you go though, let me go back a second. I'm going to give Yenril a point of inspiration. What inspiration is when you do something heroic or clever or anything like that, then the DM can award you inspiration. What that is at any time that you want for the rest of the adventure, you can use that point of inspiration to either give yourself advantage on a roll or to cancel out disadvantage you might have on a roll. And I'm going to give him that because he moved back into combat with very real danger to his life. I apologize, Graham. Please finish.
Okay, I will just try to smack him with my maul.
Excellent.
Miss. Yeah, that's a 13.
13, that's a miss. A big swing, but does not connect. Alum.
Yay. I try again with the wait, what was it? With the Eldritch Blast, assuming that's the only thing I have that can deal him some damage.
All right.
So roll a d20 to see if I hit. I rolled a 3. I missed. I got
All right.
That's an 8.
So Eldritch Energy shoots through the air and blasts one of the crates along the wall. But at that, the creature turns and he'll look at. He turns to look at Yenro first, and you almost can see him smile if that were possible. And he's going to swing his right gauntlet, trying to bring it down on the top of your head. I'm going to guess an armor class 10 doesn't get it done.
It does not. At least he has to work for it.
I'm sorry, an 11 still doesn't get it done?
Correct.
Okay. And he was going to swing at Drafton with his other attack. How about a 17?
Yeah, just by 1.
3 points of damage.
So, Drafton is sent directly to 0, and this kind of is it a backhand smack or a?
Yeah, a backhand.
So he just gets pretty much bitch slapped across.
Right.
So okay, so Drafton is kind of for being strong, he's a bit small, so kind of like akin to a rag doll. He's kind of flung a good foot, and his sword clatters to the ground, and he kind of just falls shield side to the ground, and he kind of clatters, and he's
Okay. Very, very good description. You can have inspiration as well.
All right.
All right.
You died really well.
Yenrol,
Yes.
it is your turn.
Okay. So I never announced dropping that torch. Did I? Did I drop it when I tried to stealth? Did I set it down?
Yeah, I guess it would be hard to stealth with a torch, and also
Yeah.
hard to attack with two weapons holding a torch.
Right. Yeah. So, and you
Let's
can't.
assume you laid it on a box as you came down.
Okay.
It's like laying on a crate.
Um. Hmm. Hmm. If if I use the inspiration to roll with advantage, would sneak attack apply or?
I guess so. Yeah. We're gonna say yes.
Nice. Hit him.
Unless I miss. All right. Let me see. Uh. So I'm actually going to. I want to disengage, and go back. Is Can I disengage and kind of get a little ways up? I guess where the stairs were, kind of again putting.
Yeah. Basically, you can yo-yo him as long as you'd like. As long as every other turn you're not attacking, then yeah, you can bounce back. Now the only difference now is that obviously he doesn't have Drafton kind of pinning him down.
Right.
So he'll have more options as to what he does. But if you move onto the stairs, then you're going to be behind the other two guys, so they'll be more obvious targets.
As far as I know, Grim looks healthy, right?
I think both of the other two look in good shape.
Okay.
I'm full health.
I'm gonna trade in my inspiration to roll for advantage.
All right.
Do it.
What's up with my hair?
So I have a what's 19.
That'll get it.
Awesome.
Yes.
Which is so it'll be 2d6, right?
Yep, 2d6 plus your plus 3, I think it is.
Yeah, my dex. All right. So 12 points of damage.
Describe how you take him out.
Whew.
Finally.
Yeah.
I want to attack the same area where the hole is and go clean through to sever him completely in half.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah.
You do indeed. The top half of the armor tumbles down from the bottom, and as a matter of fact, it lands sharply on Drafton. Not really causing him any more damage, but certainly didn't look comfortable.
Yeah. I mean, he wouldn't know that. He's.
All right, Grim. Go ahead.
I would, after the fight, I would use Spare the Dying on Drafton.
Okay. So just again, just as kind of for the introductory part here, had Spare the Dying or some sort of healing not been used on Drafton, every time you have a turn, you would roll what's called a death save.
Yeah.
Yeah, simply a D10, no modifiers. If you get a 10 or above, you get a check. If you get 9 or less, you get a minus or an X. And the first one to 3 wins. If you 3 checks, you survive. 3 X's, you don't.
Yeah, and that's a good thing. You have 1 hit point, I think, again when you are saved. And
Yeah.
And I can do that in combat. That means when you wouldn't have finished him, I would have done it again, and you could have stood up and attack him.
Yeah.
So.
Okay.
So basically, I'm back with 1 hit point, or.
Yeah.
Yep.
What's pretty neat.
All right. So you guys, you remain cautious for a few moments, and nothing seems to stir down here. So.
Well, the armor is destroyed.
Yay! Is there anything on the body that we can find?
No. I mean, it was just a suit of armor.
Yeah.
You go over and you look at the scaly thing in the circle. It's basically has on like a loincloth. You do, if you look at the crates and stuff, you'll see some of the food is actually relatively fresh. Most of it's been there a while, but some of it's actually edible. If you wanted to load up on some of that.
I don't think I'd trust it unless I need to. So I'd probably just leave it there.
No, never mind.
Someone else wants to take it.
Yeah, I would look what is in the crates.
Most of it is stuff that was basically stored back when the house was used. A bunch of rotting and nasty foodstuffs. As I said, there's 2 or 3 of the crates have stuff that obviously has been moved in more recently, and it could be used if you so desired.
I think the creature is still here. At least. I don't think that the destruction of their armor would have banished it.
But that voice did say, "Now I'm going to." It's something about you infiltrated my place. Now I'm going to assume a form. So it's almost as if it's its only way of attacking us. It's made you I don't think it can do any more than that. Personally, based on what he said.
But it was talking about having its spiritual form, but not its physical form restored.
Yeah.
Is there any way? Is the scaly thing in the middle of the circle? Is it like a dragonborn, or like something that's not even entirely?
Knowledge Arcana, knowledge nature, either of those.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, someone can.
I would do guidance on myself and the others. Just.
I have 5 nature.
Okay.
Share all that. Oh, oops. Did I just? Okay, wait.
Yeah.
So D20 plus 5. Okay, I rolled a 3 again. I'm rolling really badly. So that's an 8.
It's very funny.
An 8 would be enough to know this. You're pretty sure it's a devil of some sort?
Oh, wow. A devil. Okay. So maybe someone sacrificed. Well, not sacrificed. Someone did a sacrament.
Expelled
Yeah.
the spirit from the devil.
Yeah, maybe we should crush its skull and then bury its remains.
Yeah. Or even just burn it.
Yeah, can I take the torch and see if the torch will burn that body, that dead body?
You can. It does not.
I just throw sacred flame on it.
Okay. You guys do manage to get it lit up eventually, and it burns slowly and reeks nastily. But with enough effort, you can get it
there's
pretty much destroyed.
Also the crates with some of the cover just over it, and
very good. That makes things much more quick and efficient.
Yeah.
I just hope by burning that body we didn't do anything that would. Yeah.
well, they could fire.
Is there any way out of this room other than the stairs that we?
Just back upstairs.
Okay.
So let's look at the other rooms. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
I look. What is the remains of the armor worth? Because
Well, it probably
Pretty
would have been
battered.
worth. Yeah, I was gonna. It probably would have been worth a nice amount, but unfortunately, the fact that it's been rent in twain, you could probably get some small amount for it, but you think it would have been actually in the hundreds of gold if it were still intact. If you could have got.
Getting real.
yeah,
I mean, they tried to kill me.
Yeah.
It's still on top of me, so.
All right, guys. Let's take literally just a minute and just step to the restroom. So Mayo
Yeah.
needs to go there to get something to drink. Let's just take 2 or 3 minutes and we'll reconvene in a sec.
All right,
Right.
sure.
All right. Thanks, guys. I'll see you in a little bit.
All right.
That's not what I wanted to do. Oh, hello.
Hey, I got Pop-Tarts. That's all I've had today right now, what I'm about to eat.
Food of champions. Is it a fruit?
Oh, yeah.
Is it a fruit? Is it a fruit Pop Tart or?
Nah, it's s'mores.
Oh,
I would have
Even
done
better.
brown sugar cinnamon, but I mean, I was already buying s'mores, so.
yeah. The thing is, I had a higher chance to damage it with my sacred flame than with my attack. It's
Yeah.
huge armor.
Yep, and that's a wonderful strategy. Plan.
I'm still pretty amazed that I did a 36 damage attack roll. Even though Wasn't really useful, but oh well.
Dude, honestly, I never expected me to die like right out like that.
I think it is because it was animated. I think it was maybe just a mindless armor or something,
Yeah.
and therefore immune to.
The armor was mindless, but the thing controlling it
Yeah.
definitely knew full well what it was doing.
True.
All right.
The armor just served as a husk.
Yeah. So is everybody back? Grafton?
We're still waiting for Otis.
Otis. All right, cool. Well, I don't think Otis is required for this part, so I'll go ahead with this.
I'm back.
Okay, cool.
Wow.
Okay, so you guys waited a few moments to make sure there was nothing, nothing else going to pop out from behind the crates. Is there anything you'd like to do during this little bit of time of relative calm that you have?
I would love to take like maybe an hour-long rest.
Yeah.
Maybe
I'd
try and
agree
lick
as
my
well.
wounds a little bit.
Just so I can regain my spells again.
Speaking of wounds, at 1 hit point, how I guess disabled would Grafton be at this point?
You're not disabled at all, beyond the fact that anything that hits you will drop you down again. And the other problem with being at 1 hit point is the other way to die, other than by failing the death saves, is by taking damage.
Yeah.
That takes
it's like
negative whatever your maximum hit points are.
Yeah.
So you've seen what damage you done, so you can imagine what damage you can take.
Something has to hit really hard to take 12 off of that.
I mean, any crit is obviously going to have a real shot at doing that. You saw what did you do? 20? You did 19. The rogue did 19 to this. Poor suit of armor with 1 strike. So
put the hurt on them.
Yeah.
If I take a short rest, can I use I have a hit die, right? I can.
Yep, we can. If you guys want to take a short rest, we can kind of discuss what happens there.
Yeah, cool.
Okay, so it's obvious that one way, if you felt you were in a hurry, one way to get your hit points back is obviously the cleric can heal you. Well, I don't know if he can. Maybe if he has that spell. If he has that spell available. That's the most common way, obviously. You've also got your
potions,
your ointments that were given to you, and then the third way and the cheapest way, quote unquote cheapest, is to take a short rest. Short rest is an hour of basically resting without doing too much. I mean, you don't have to just lay there on the floor, but you can, very light activity. And at the end of that hour, if you would like, you may use, obviously you're all first level, so you only have 1 hit die, but if you're higher level, use as many hit dice as you want and heal that much damage. So the fighter is currently at 1, so if you want to, after the short rest, which we'll say is you guys get through, you can roll a d10 and add your con modifier or your level, something that you add.
I think it was just straight up 1d10.
Yeah, I don't think you add anything. I think it's
Okay.
No, it's 1d10 per level, I think. Or something
Right,
like that.
right. Yeah. But since you're all first level.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Oh. So anybody who's injured, in this case, there's probably no reason not to go ahead and roll your hit die at this point. So just roll whatever you roll to get your hit points, and you regain that many hit points.
I'm full health.
Plus current level, or
no, just the die, whatever.
So I'm now.
I'm full health right now, so.
Yeah, you don't have to use it.
No, just so I'm assuming
I had to
Draftman and General probably want to.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely me. So, but a question. Since the salve is like it's like an ointment, how many uses would I just one-time use or?
Just showing you that.
Yeah, you got two. You got two of the containers, and each one would be one use. Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
I don't think I'm gonna use that just yet.
All right.
Yeah, I wanted to try and save the potions, so.
Yeah.
All right.
I would.
So- Go ahead.
I have proficiency with smithing tools. I think about taking the armor somehow with me, because repairing it and selling it.
Sure. You can find a bag down here. You can put the parts in there and carry it along with you. That's not a problem at all.
You
Okay.
can just bring some barrels.
Or even repair it and wear it myself.
Not a bad idea.
So I have a question. How heavy is this torch?
Just whatever torch weighs. Pretty.
So I have some string. Would I be able to tie some of that string around the torch? Actually, you know what? Never mind. I'm just gonna sheathe my dagger and
Okay.
carry the torch around with my short swords. I do want to retrieve that and take it with us.
Okay.
I mean,
Fine.
I don't think it's weird because the torch doesn't burn like earthly anything.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't
How-
have any
how-
effect on.
While you're sitting, while you're resting, anybody who wants to can roll me a knowledge arcana.
I don't got anything for that, so.
Can I just can I roll a Arcana to see if through my knowledge whether the spirit is still here?
Sure.
Just to see if it is. Cool. So +5 on that. Do I also get back all my spells?
Your warlock, right?
Yeah.
I do believe that is the ability of the warlock is that he regains all of his spells.
Okay. Cool.
Yep. A wizard gets back half of his spell slots, and then I don't think the cleric gets any back.
Yeah, the
Spell?
cleric only full rest.
Right.
But
14.
That,
I rolled a
his
14.
spells are just amazing, and he runs around with plate.
You believe that it is gone.
Okay.
Not sense its presence. Everybody roll me a. Actually, what were your passive perceptions again?
10.
15.
Okay. Those of you with a 15, just kind of as you're doing your rest, you think you hear like scraping noises from upstairs.
Okay.
Someone left their cat up there.
Just every once in a while, kind of a scrape.
Can I try and, because I noticed it, can I tell everyone else about it?
Sure.
Inform them? Yeah, I'm hearing all these screeches from upstairs, so, just when we're up there, maybe we should be a bit cautious after what we've just run into.
Yes, I have some advice. We could. Has everybody from you some ranged weaponry?
I do.
Yeah,
I have spells
Yeah, I
in
have
cast at range.
to. Just in case that something comes, we can throw ranged weaponry at any foe, and he is a bit straightened up for the last blow of melee. The less we have to fight in melee, the less we get injured.
Fair enough.
I want to ask if make sure I have your name right. If Grim Morningstar would give guidance to Alum and see if Alum would do a check on this torch to see if he could find out anything through his knowledge of Arcana about this torch?
Sure. I give touch. I give guidance to all three of them.
Okay, wait. So I'm rolling Arcana based on the torch. See if there's anything interesting about it.
Yeah, just
Okay,
if
cool.
you understand what it's meant for, since it's not burning.
Oh, yeah. Okay, cool. So a 20 and a 4.
Okay.
And then I have plus 5. So that's... Okay, so I have 15.
Wait, you said a 20 and a 4, didn't you? Oh, you rolled a 20 and a 4. Okay. I thought you yeah, 15 is good. There is a spell. Let me make sure I've got the name right. 1 second. Called Continual Flame, which basically you can cast it on an object, and it acts like a torch.
Okay.
So apparently, someone has cast Continual Flame on this torch, so that they don't have to worry about a regular torch.
Sure, worth some money.
Continual Flame is a second level spell. You would know that. So yeah,
We just went through all this wondering what this torch did, and it's just someone cast a spell. It's just like, oh, okay.
Success.
Cool.
All right. Okay, so you passed your hour. You roll for your hit points. Those of you who needed to do so.
Yeah.
What would you like to do? You decide you're getting a little bit hungry, and you remember you do have the sack of beef sandwiches that.
May as well.
Oh yeah.
You have them. It's nice and lean. There are also some apples in there if you'd like.
Should we make a prayer to the goddess that we before we eat, for thanking that we survived this and robbed this evil creature his properties and send it back to the nether realms? Would
Well, I'm
you
not one for prayer,
would you like
but
prayer?
yeah, I think after what I've seen today, may as well.
Yeah, I would make a slight prayer. I wouldn't name the goddess Shah explicit, but I would
Thank
bring
her.
them all to pray to Shah.
All right. So a lot of references to the goddess and her and things of that sort, but no actual name dropping. Very good.
Yeah.
Okay. So you guys are rested. You're fed. Your natural healing is kicked in a bit. What would you like to do?
I would like to carry on, my wayward son.
Oh my god.
All right. Roll me a death save.
Wait, what?
I said, whoever said that can roll me a death save.
Oh man.
Otis.
Real life right now?
I'll just put it this way. I guess I should call that. There will be peace when you are done. So.
Yes.
Well
Well,
played, sir.
unless you are a friend of a death cleric, he can raise you 2 ways.
Very good. Very good.
Otis,
Alright,
just lay your weary head to rest, man.
Don't you cry no more.
God.
I would like to venture, assuming you were kidding about the save.
Yeah.
I thought it was serious. I'm like, wait, what?
Save versus pun. Save versus bad humor.
I would like to start venturing up the stairs, but I don't want to lead, so I'm going to tell everybody else, hey guys, we should go upstairs.
Yeah.
I agree with him.
You realize, you suddenly come to the realization that that stench that was there earlier still hasn't gone away. You were just too tired to care about it, but now it's starting to get to you. So I assume you return to your marching order and head back upstairs through the kitchen, through the dining room, to the door with the glass driven through it. Drafton, I'm assuming you're going to open the door.
Yeah, shield raised.
All right. You open the door and you see the floor of this room is much cleaner than it was before.
So whatever's been manipulating these objects is like reset them to.
Well, you kind of look around and you see that the main exit, or the door you came in originally, is now blocked by a huge pile of crap that was on the floor.
Well, that's nice.
Rude. Very rude.
Can I roll Arcana about the floor and what's happened?
You don't even need to roll. You based on what you saw before, whatever it is that was throwing stuff at you has used its ability to basically to stack the stuff to impede your exit.
Okay.
I want to walk over there and see if there's any like magic holding it in place, or if I can move some of this debris off.
The minute you step into the room, the other door, the door that was on the far wall originally, slams itself open.
It wants us to go in there.
Well,
There's stairs that go up in this room too, right?
That is correct. Yes, very good.
then we have an appointment with whatever it is there.
Based on this spirit trying to kill us, I don't want to go the way that it wants us to go until we have no choice. Just gonna let the group know that, and
I agree.
really say that I would really like to go upstairs instead of through that door.
Yeah, let's go upstairs first.
All right. So you head up. You head upstairs.
Can I just, as we're walking up, or as we get ready to go up those stairs, I want to try and convince everybody else that I'm going to watch the back. Like, I want to change from being second to being in the very back just to watch and make sure nothing's sticking up behind us.
But you were so important for the destruction of the armor.
But that was only because I was able to hide and get behind him when he didn't know it. So this really just helps that too.
That is true. That is true.
All right. So everybody gonna allow him to slide to the back?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll make way.
So you head upstairs. As just as the Yenril steps on the stairs, a fireplace poker whizzes past his ear.
Oh my god.
And slams into the back wall. All right. So yeah.
So we obviously should again be careful and walk defensively.
Right.
Yeah.
And that came from the living room, the area that was coming from.
Gotcha.
All right, so you get upstairs. Given the time, I'll make long story short. There's some bedrooms up here. The ceiling has rotted away. Everything here is obviously water damaged and things of that sort. But it looks like nothing, based on the leaves and the dust and the dirt. Looks like nothing has been up here in quite some time.
What do you think? Should we, when we have killed anything evil creatures here inside, should we burn this building to the ground?
Not until we can get out of it.
Yeah, really.
Of course.
Well, I think that depends on what the elders of the town want as well, because we don't really know much about this house.
It's a haunted house with evil creatures, so we should just burn it down.
You're pretty sure that the elders wouldn't mind at all if this place were to burn to the ground.
Okay, cool.
You're pretty certain of that.
Can we still, as we're looking around upstairs, can I keep an eye out for some clues about what the people in this house were like before it turned into the disarray it is in now?
Give me an investigate.
Cool. It's +3. A 5. So 8. 8 in total.
Not really. Again, they were wealthy. I mean, the furnishings were nice before they were destroyed by the elements. But beyond that, you can't really make much out about them.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, I would go then. Look where are the next doors.
Well, that's just that was the entirety of the upstairs. It's all we're all bedrooms, a similar state of just
Pretty much ruins, right? I mean, there's nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I heard a screeching there from upstairs. Oh, but that's because I was downstairs in the cellar.
Yeah.
That's correct. Yes.
Yeah.
Is there any way that I can, where am I in the marching line right now?
Which one are you? Sorry, voices. I still.
Captain.
I guess you would still be first, unless.
Yeah.
Okay, is there any way I can, like, I wouldn't say necessarily do a perception check, but, like, heighten my alertness for... Because considering with everything that happened downstairs, I don't trust anything that happens upstairs either.
There's not really any way to heighten your alertness. You could make an active perception check if you wanted, just to see if you see anything.
Okay. So can I do that, or?
Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
You should get some guidance before you do that.
Yeah.
Okay. So, okay, so that, and then... Do I have guidance now, or...?
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
You always have guidance as long as we have time.
Okay, so that's a 15.
You don't. Again, you don't think anything. This area has not been disturbed, maybe by squirrels or something along those lines, in many years.
I would look if there's anything valuable.
Give me an investigation.
Can I look for this as well?
Sure. Everybody who wants to can give me an investigation.
Right.
With my
Including me?
Sure.
Okay.
I mean, you
give
guys
another
have been
one.
up there a little while. Yeah.
I got a 17.
I got a 4.
and a 19.
All right. So the night. Go ahead.
And I got a 12.
Okay, the 19 finds like under a dresser, you find a silver comb.
Does it seem like it's plated in silver like the dagger is?
Probably. I mean, well, no, it probably is. Could be pure silver.
Pure silver? Okay.
Yep.
Alright. I'm gonna just say, alright guys, the only thing I found up here is a silver comb.
Put it
I'm
in
gonna-
back. We can sell it and share the money.
I mean, right now I just kind of want to get out of here alive.
Yeah.
I'm gonna look at Alum and say, Alum, this is a terrible idea to come up here. I don't know why you said that. We should go back downstairs.
I take the silver thing and put it in my bag to the armor.
All right. Assuming he gives it to you.
I don't want to give up the comb. No.
So unless you want to fight him for it, he's probably going to stick it in his pouch.
I'm just gonna put that in my pouch. I mean, I have it. I told everybody I've got it, but
Can I make a religion check on the devil that we found? Just about devils in general and the history and like what they represent
I think I didn't. You found out it was a devil by making an Arcana check, right? Is that you?
yeah.
Or no, was it a nature check? I think because we were
Either
trying to
way.
decide whether it was a dragonborn or a.
Yeah, you can do a religion check.
Cool. I have +5 on that as well.
Oh yeah, religion checks. I'm pretty good at that.
I rolled an 8, so I have a 13.
If you're pretty sure it's just some sort of a lesser devil, more of a subservient one. Looks like your guess is somebody or something summoned it here, and then it was when it was killed, it was trapped because it was in the circle. It couldn't return to its plane, which it normally does.
Yeah.
Okay. But it's been too long to return to its plane. Like it said when it came, it said it can't return back anymore because it was disrupted for too long.
That's a reasonable. Yep.
Yeah.
Well, then we should find a way to give it form again, so we can banish it to the hells.
See, I knew burning that body was a bad idea.
Well, just as a reminder, one of you made a check, and you don't think that entity was still there when you were in the basement.
right.
Yeah.
Maybe we should go to where the spirit's trying to lead us. I mean, there's really no other alternative at this point.
And that's probably where we're going to find it.
Let's see. Let's see if we find something other valuable.
Okay, so you guys headed back downstairs.
Yep.
What's your armor class, Drafton?
16.
A big heavy book, as you turn the corner, smashes you in the face for 2 points of damage.
Jeez.
You've really
died on
big book.
I look what kind of book that is.
Like an atlas or something.
It was it's an atlas.
Interesting.
To the Necronomicon.
Oh,
damn
it. We're not. Okay, anyway. So yeah, Drafton just kind of winces and, he kind of stumbles forward, but he just kind of looks back and sees his atlas on the floor, and he's just like, it's upstairs too, all the moving things.
No. This is as you were going downstairs. You're walking downstairs, you turn the corner of the stairs to head into the living room.
Oh, yeah, right. It comes out of the...
Yep.
God, sorry, but, I got kind of lost in... I'm sorry, it's, because I got hit in the head, I'm getting all...
Understandable.
That's okay.
Yeah, so he's just... Yeah, he gets...
So what would you like to do, Drafton?
I'm gonna start heading over to the other door that
Okay.
I wanted us to do in the far end of the room.
All right, so a lot of you are basically moving through the room, heading towards that door. I'm going to roll me a perception check.
Guidance!
Okay.
Yeah, sure.
So Drafton has 11.
I have a 21.
Right.
Wow.
Perception.
You said we did get the guidance, right?
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I have 10.
I have 21.
Okay, those of you who roll a 21 see from the pile that's blocking up the door, You see another big piece of glass that looks like it's from the window. You see it rise up, and you're anticipating it flying at you, but it just hovers there.
Is this inside the door, or is this before we enter?
This is at the front door where you came in.
Oh, okay, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Or, damn it.
Can I check the room for traps?
The living room or the room?
The room that we're in, like any kind of like pressure plates or anything on the floor. I mean,
you certainly something you could do. You suspect, though, if you spend a lot more than a few more seconds in here, the attacks are going to start again. So it has this big piece of glass, big pointy piece of glass. It's kind of hovering there, but your best guess is you're doing what it wants you to, so it's just waiting. As long as you're heading towards this other room, it probably will leave you be. But if you do pretty much anything else, you're prone to attack.
So I probably shouldn't roll Arcana or anything because it might be a bit suspicious about us.
I'm gonna start easing my way towards that door and the door that slung itself open.
Yep.
And suggest everyone else do the same.
Yeah. I'm gonna follow.
I'm not sure if it is telekinesis or something. I would shoot a sacred flame at the square where the glass is.
All right.
Just.
What's your armor class, Grim?
16.
You take 4 points of damage as the glass, your flame goes off, and the response is the glass shoots across the room and jabs itself into your shoulder for 4 points.
Damn it! Ah!
Told you.
I pull it out and yeah. Well, it was a try. Please.
Let's
At least that glass isn't gonna hurt us anymore, so.
Yeah, true.
At least I think now we are all injured some way, or at least we should. I think
Not me.
I'm not. I haven't taken a hit this entire game. Besides, I take one at the start.
that sounds like a challenge.
Yeah.
I've taken plenty of hits.
I haven't dealt any damage there. I've dealt like 8 damage.
Even if nobody else is inside that room yet, I want to be through the door.
I was going to say let's roll initiative.
Okay.
Oh, I got 5.
Drafton.
What?
In it,
I got 5.
you the one that rolled a 5?
Yeah, drafting.
Again, I don't have the voices in the names. Yeah.
I have a 7.
Is that Alum?
Yeah.
Yenril
15.
and Grim.
5.
Nice.
Big numbers.
Nobody's in a hurry. All right. So Yenril, you guys are all just outside of this other room. The glass is just jammed into Grim's shoulder. What would you like to do?
And I don't see anything in the room we're in, right?
Okay. You mean in the living room?
Right.
I mean, it looks like it did before with this
Okay.
out of the door. I will go ahead and describe the other room. You guys can see in there. So that'd be reasonable that all y'all know what actually is in there.
Yeah.
All right. Sorry. My text document is moving slow. All right, so you step towards the entrance of this room, and your nostrils are again assailed by the stench of mold and mildew as you see what was once a fine library. A book lies open on a table sitting between 2 once comfortable chairs. A creature wearing robes covered in long dried blood emits an eerie moan as it begins to shamble towards you, menacingly.
What?
Okay, so I'm gonna make sure I have this. So this is like a square room, bookshelves everywhere. Really, the only thing I see in the room is the table with the book on it, and then 2 chairs, and then that creature.
And, there are bookshelves around the wall.
Right. Nothing to hide behind. What I'm getting at.
Correct.
Okay, I want to make a ranged attack at that creature with my short bow.
I'm sorry, somebody's at the door. Give me just 1 second.
Yeah, that's fine. Jehovah's Witnesses.
I think it probably wanna speak with us.
So is there any doors in this room?
He's up, so we he didn't describe any. He said that it was,
yeah.
I think it's just a library. I mean,
that means that
it would be big enough to, like, considering the layout of the house that we've already explored, that would pretty much probably be, like, the only empty room left.
right.
But I feel like the zombie can't be it. There needs to be something beyond the zombie.
Maybe that book doesn't have to be a body.
Yeah, I mean, there's no reason. I mean, I know I got hit with an atlas, but there's got to be some significant book that's
All right, sorry about that.
over there.
That's okay.
All right, so you said you're going to do something unpleasant to this poor creature?
I would like to. Can I draw my short bow as a free action, or?
Generally, it's kind of part of your move action. Yeah, it's not a big deal to draw it.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not gonna to move. I mean, am I within 32 of them?
Oh yeah, it's maybe 15 feet away at most.
Okay. So I'm gonna draw the short bow and fire an arrow at him.
Okay. You guys are seeing the picture, right? Not my
Right.
screen.
Yeah.
Just the picture, no
yeah.
text this time.
Yeah.
So a 12.
That hits.
All right.
This thing is extremely slow when
All right.
numbering.
So D6. 2 plus 3, 5.
A big hunk of its flesh flies across the room and splatters across some of the books. It's going to. Well, actually, Alab would go next.
Okay. Because it didn't work before, can I use my I forgot what it's called. The sleep fey on the zombie?
You roll me a knowledge, arcana, religion, nature, any of the above.
It'd probably be nature for the zombie.
Right.
Okay. 3, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Right. That's probably good enough. You're not certain that it would be affected by sleep for the same general reason as the
Okay,
armor wasn't.
cool.
So.
Okay. Then can I cast my my Eldritch Blast?
You certainly can.
Cool. So D20, another one. I'm not sure whether I've been having good luck or bad luck with D20s. I rolled 4 20s in a row.
Maybe you should start
20.
rolling physical dice. There we go.
Neat.
Nice.
So does that mean I roll 2 10s now?
That's correct.
Cool.
Bad.
They're both 1s.
That's funny.
That sums up my luck in this entire game.
Balancing things out. Yep. Alright, so, but Drafton would still be kind of in the front of the group. The others are kind of shooting around him. So this thing's going to wander over and attempt to punch him. 15.
Not. He's got shield.
He punches your shield right square in the middle.
Okay.
Drafton.
I am gonna jab this thing. So with my longsword, because
Alright.
I've had that out too.
Yep.
So there's a 13.
That hits.
Okay. And then I'm going to do 9.
Wow. Nicely done.
I've got dueling, so.
Oh. Okay. Grim.
I switch to my greatsword and chuck at a thing.
Okay. You're throwing it at him? Or you're
No,
swinging?
no, hack.
Hack. Okay.
I have a 14.
It hits.
Bam! And it's now damage. That should be 13.
13. Okay. Hang on a second. All right. You hack at it. You do this huge amount of damage. The eyes glow for a moment as though it's trying to fight off the death that you're returning it to, but it's unable to do so. And the head rolls across the floor and lands against one of the legs of one of the chairs, and the body falls to the ground.
Yay.
Now, one of you said you needed to leave at 11:30.
I can keep going for a little while.
Okay. Well, this is the actually was the last encounter. So if you need to go, it's not. I was just gonna say it. You're not gonna miss anything other than
Miss the story.
exactly.
The best part.
I would then go to the book that is open and look what's inside.
Okay. It is a book that's probably several hundred years old. What languages do you know?
I think I probably know. I have to look. I think I know 3 languages: Common, Dwarven, and I look what third language. I um, I think. Moment.
Oh, what does everyone else know? Maybe we can.
Can any of us tell what it might be, or?
I speak. Okay, I could choose one extra. So, infernal.
That's fine. Perfect. It is indeed an infernal.
Yeah.
And it is a book about summoning devils and controlling them.
Interesting.
Harness it for ourselves.
I would close the book.
Okay.
Say this is unholy material, not for the weak of mind. I cannot allow this. I have to bring this to my church so that is properly protected from abuse.
Yeah.
And I would take it.
Can I hold it real quick? I'll give it back to you.
I'm sorry, I cannot allow this. This is very, very dark magic, and it is not for mortal eyes to see.
Now you could have seen it before he picked it up, if that makes a difference to you.
I don't even want to open it.
Yeah, I would put it in my backpack. So
I tell you what, will you just hold it where I can look at the cover?
what looks the cover like?
It's this this strange leathery cover with like an arcane circle inscribed on the front.
Yeah.
Can I roll to see what that symbol means? I assume it's just
Sure.
a devil sign.
You don't even need to roll. It's very
Yeah.
similar to the circle below. It's kind of a summoning circle.
Okay.
Protective circle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would take it in custody.
All right. Did you get what you wanted? Did you get? You saw the cover. You good to go with that?
Yeah, I have. If they wanted to see the cover, I would have shown them. So
You'll hold it up for me?
yeah.
Okay. I want to say, forgive me, and I want to try to stab the book with the silver dagger.
All right.
Awesome.
All right.
I
So
would-
you do an attack against the armor class. Go ahead.
I would try to protect it.
Right. Okay. So yeah, you'll need to make an attack against Grimm's armor class. Or Grimm, if you prefer, you can make an athletics roll and use that instead of your armor class if you think you would have a better chance of pulling it out of the way.
Dexterity roll. Acrobatics.
Acrobatics, rather, I think.
Acrobatics.
Either one. Either one. Actually, you could do dexterity or you could do a dexterity and either athletics or acrobatics.
Yeah. I would try that with guidance.
Okay.
Come on. I think that should be a 23.
All right. Roll high.
That's legit. I know, right? So, but this would be with my attack and everything, yeah? My attack bonus?
Yes. Actually, Grim, did you expect him to be attacking this?
Probably not.
All right, you can have advantage.
Okay.
Well, I would expect that wait, I would expect it because he warned me. He said, "I'm sorry."
My first roll was a 19.
Okay.
So if I have that, it's 24.
All right, so he drives the silver dagger through the cover and about halfway into the tome.
And all I want to do is stab it, puncture it, and pull it back out, and then tell Grim I mean him no harm.
Grim?
I would say, "What have you done?" And I would just throw a spell at him.
Okay.
Oh my god.
I would throw what spells do I have? I look what the sheet says. Ray of Sickness.
All right.
Yeah. Okay, that's an attack roll. Would you expect me to attack you for that?
I mean, I know I've pissed you off.
Yeah, I would say that's pretty likely that some sort of response would be coming. Yeah.
Okay. I fail.
All right.
I miss. And spell goes away.
But I'll see that he was attacking me, right? I
Oh,
mean,
absolutely.
so-
It's like
okay.
a greenish, sickening green energy shoots from his hand and whizzes past you.
So
Who knows what evil you release, you fool!
at this point, I just want to sheathe the dagger and say that I didn't mean him any harm. I'm not I don't want to fight you.
What are the other two doing?
Drafton just kind of like he got a bit of distance and pulled up his shield. Like if any stray shots go off or anything, he wouldn't want to be hit by any of that.
All right.
But he's still kind of assessing the situation and wondering why Enroll would do that.
My character is kind of trying to pick. He's trying to decide which side he's on because because he's really in touch with the Feywilds and how that works. He's really interested in devils and stuff like that. So he wanted to read through the book, but obviously not practice any of it. So he liked the idea of Grim taking it, so we could maybe look at it further in his church. But then Yenra was also correct about all this different stuff. So basically, my mind's just going through all these different things, trying to figure out who's the right side and which side I should go on. And as this is happening, I'm kind of just missing out on the fight altogether.
Yeah.
All right. So Grim. No, not Grim. That's right. Yeah, it's Grim because Yenrol put away the dagger and said, hey, I'm done. I don't want to fight you.
Yes, yeah, I throw the book at him and shout, "Who knows what demons you have released, evil peon!" and draw my greatsword.
All right.
Can I see if any if can I use Arcana to see if anything is sent into the atmosphere? Any magic is sent into the atmosphere?
You mean from the book?
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay. And I'm gonna yeah. 10.
You don't think anything has been released.
Okay. Can I say to Can I say to Grim? Okay. I think it's okay. With what I know, with my knowledge, I'm pretty sure this wouldn't affect anything at all. It was a stupid idea, but I don't think it was necessarily as bad as you think.
I put my my greatsword again away, slap his face, and try to slap his face and pull off try to grab the sword, the book again.
Okay. Roll me an insight, Yenrol.
An insight?
Yep.
15 plus alphabetical order. 15.
All right. You see him put his you see Grim put his sword away and come over towards you. You're pretty sure that if you just take this whacking he's going to put on you, that you probably can resolve the situation without much more violence.
Yeah, I'll when when he slaps me, I'll say, I understand you're upset, and I'll let that one slide. But if you ever do that again, I'm not going to forgive you. And then I just want to explain to him that from my point of view, I don't see why he has the authority to be the only one to make sure that nothing bad happens. And all I was trying to do was prevent, see if there was any kind of reaction that would come from Silver penetrating what could possibly be a tome or a relic that a demon could use. That while there may have been a negative consequence, my intentions were good.
Yes, that's why I didn't use my sword on you, because I understand your intentions, but they were foolish. It could have done great evil, and who knows what.
Well, the church has been trying to rid the world of evil for years, and they failed thus far.
Well, at least your intentions were noble. And I put the book in the bag.
I'll willingly give him the book back. No, not trying to keep it or anything.
I say no offense taken.
Y'all sing Kumbaya and we'll be good to go.
Yeah. Internally, I'm pretty pissed because fuck! It's an evil book. Would be a great asset.
Can I tell if the front door has unhinged itself, like not unhinged itself, but unlocked itself from here? 'Cause we are. Yeah.
Are you in the library or are you in the living room?
I think we're still in the library.
We're in the library.
Well, I knew the guys who were fighting hand to hand were in the library. The other guys could be in the living room in theory.
Yeah, I was still in the library.
Okay. You look, and I mean, there's still a pile of stuff in front of the door.
But we're not sure. I suggest we may as well check to see if we're free yet.
So you're heading out to check?
Yeah, I go and check the pile of stuff and kind of give it a push to see if it's still forced up.
You walk across the room with no attacks coming. You start pulling stuff off the pile to clear the way to the door. You're pretty sure that that whatever was attacking is no longer bothering you.
Cool. I kind of just I kind of just say to everyone else in kind of in an unemotionless way, like in a way where I'm not really celebrating. I'm just kind of acknowledging the fact that we're free to go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we could now burn the rest of the house down.
Yeah. We should use that torch that like it never
Who knows what other evils lurk in this library? We should.
Well, I mean, if
you can't
I
step
was able to walk like across the foyer with no attacks, then technically, I mean, I'm just suspecting that the spirit in the living room, like, we'd already done what it wanted us to do, so it wasn't really going to do anything to us, if that makes any sense.
That's what I was kind of thinking.
What so that pile in front of the door, we're able to move that out of the way?
Yeah, yep.
Okay.
Yep, you're not molested at all.
Should I just make a strength check then, or?
You don't. I mean, given a few minutes, you can. Among the four of you, you can get it out of the way.
Right.
So I want to open the door and see what's outside.
I still think
there
was a loss. group that came here, and they said that they finished off the place, but they still had the problems. They didn't burn down the house, and the problem came back. I think it's probably best if we do, so no one else has to deal with these problems again.
Yeah. What would you say?
Oh, hang on a second. When you open the door, you hear the following. Let me get my page to scroll here. The arcane mark on the front of the door forms into lips. It says, "Beware! Within lies the remains of a fiend destroyed by the mithril shards. I reckon you ought to just move along. If you gotta enter, don't go breaking the magic circle, and don't mess with the dead things."
Oh, okay. So that's probably from the last group.
That's the same thing we were coming in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Every time you touch the door, it triggers the magic mark.
Okay, we should. Yeah, I look at the two that have not decided yet if they want to burn the house down.
I want to walk back into the library real quick,
All right.
and I want to do an investigation check.
Sure.
Would you mind giving me some guidance?
Yeah, sure.
I promise not to stab your book again.
Just attack you, but you know, if you want to give me guidance, that's fine.
Ooh. Really well. Sorry, math is hard. 26.
Oh my. You find I don't know, about 11 different books you think could be salvaged. They vary from just several hundred-year-old histories to there are a couple more that deal in the arcane realm. Talking about devils and the such, and they're just another handful of just miscellaneous, mundane tomes that somebody probably would be interested in.
Okay.
Books and whatnot.
But the ones that like deal with the arcane stuff, they don't seem like overly evil or anything like that, right?
They're certainly not as nefarious looking as the one that you killed. But I mean, they talk about devils and stuff, so they're...
Right. Okay.
Take them for me.
Yeah, I'm gonna like put them in my pack there and keep them, and I'll just tell everybody that I've found some books we can salvage, and we'll see what we can do with them.
Perfect.
That's good. That's good.
Awesome.
Can I do like a final check of magic? Just to make sure that there's nothing left.
You don't by chance have detect magic, do you?
No, I don't.
You could give me an arcane roll.
Okay, cool. 18.
You're pretty sure that, with the exception of the magic mouth on the door, that I mean there may be just a few wisps of traces of what just happened, but you're pretty sure that the place is clean.
I tell that to everyone, and I tell them they can decide amongst themselves whether to burn it down or not. I go either way, so I don't really mind.
Yeah, drafting isn't
Yeah,
really.
when we
Yeah.
take what is, I'm absolutely on board that we take what is salvageable from here and burn the rest.
Is anyone against that plan? I guess is probably the easiest.
No?
I offer to be the one to set fire to it.
All right. So you and Grim find common ground, and some of your camaraderie is restored in your burning down of this structure.
Yeah, he's,
Based on what you guys did in the first encounter, I'm going to assume that some of you probably come up with the idea to use some of the twig blights as kindling to get things good and started.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
I have also my second flame, so
Yep.
You have to be careful with the never-ending flame, because what if it starts a fire that can never be put out, and it like catches fire to a forest, be forever growing?
Well, I mean, it only applied to the torch, right? It
Yeah,
doesn't
it
burn.
doesn't.
It doesn't burn anything worldly.
Yeah, true.
it's
But
like
in theory, you could encounter some place or something that is of a similar, resonance as the
That'd be
torch, and it could
awesome.
things started. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
well, yeah.
Go ahead.
I'm pretty happy with what we achieved, and Grim is also happy with what he salvaged. So yes.
Excellent.
Before, no, what were you gonna say?
No, go ahead.
Okay, so I guess before Drafton starts to help with moving the twig blights, he sheathes his sword with a hardy ring and proceeds to drag and move the dry wood over to the house.
All right. Very good. You get a good fire going. I assume you'll hang around until it is starting to burn down. Shortly after the fire is good and going, some of the townsfolk come out to see what's going on. And they see that you guys are there and you're burning. They seem happy, and they come up and say, "Oh, so you dealt with it? You got it, did you?"
Yes, we did.
Yeah.
Excellent, excellent. I tell you what, why don't you go on down and enjoy your victory, and we can watch the fire for you if you want.
Yes.
Sounds good to me.
I need some rest. Yes. Thank you. I'm glad. I'm sure we'll love to hear the tale of what happened after you've had some rest. So you return to the inn. And the innkeeper says, you're back. How'd it go?
Can I respond with, it wasn't worth $7. It wasn't worth 7 gold.
What do you mean?
It was quite challenging.
What was it?
I'll respond in rebuttal with, that's easy for you to say considering you didn't get hurt at all.
I got hurt, but the arcane power user was indeed not hurt. But to his defense, or when the arcane user gets hurt, then something goes wrong.
All right. So, I mean, what was it? What was the light? What were the noises?
I think it was a zombie, and it was undead. It was haunted with undead. This house was filled with several undead creatures that we all had to slay, and to prevent any further encounter with rising evil from this place, we burned it to the ground and destroyed it, so that this pathway to the nether realms is forevermore destroyed.
Oh, that's great. Wow, that is wonderful. Come on, sit down. Let me get you drinks. Anything you want? It's on the house, of course. You hungry? You want something to eat?
Yes, of course. That would be most appreciated.
All right. So the townsfolk for the next 2 or 3 days, as long as you're willing to stay around, you don't have to pay for anything. Everybody comes up to you and wants to hear your story, and you're treated as heroes. You take a look at the books, and you eventually find out that you could actually sell those for probably well over 100 gold pieces for the lot. The armor would take quite some time to fix, but you think you probably could, and it would be, it's a little older make, so it wouldn't be full price, and of course it's repaired. So, but you could still get a pretty good
Yes.
sum for that.
Yeah. I would think about it. Wearing it myself is fitted.
Yep, you could also do that. So that's the official adventure wrap up.
Yes.
Are there any questions, either rules wise or story wise?
I don't have a question, but I just want to say that Yenril, after that first day, would leave and leave the town altogether in the middle of the night, and would leave behind a note with the comb telling Graham that there were no hard feelings and I hope everything's okay.
Did you take all of the books with you?
Take all of the books with me.
All right.
That's it.
I after the game I would ask, what were your alignments?
My alignments?
Chaotic.
Whose was chaotic?
Yeah, I had put chaotic good in there.
Okay. I'm absolute, from chaotic good, I'm absolutely ultimate the opposite.
Lawful evil?
Lawful evil.
I was chaotic neutral.
Yeah.
Drafton is neutral good.
Yeah, yeah. That was the funny thing. Yeah.
Nice.
It was. I think the lawful evil characters are the best. They're the only ones that you really can play in a group.
Right.
Grim, speaking of lawful evil, you're pretty sure that you could probably get the land that the house was on at a pretty good deal if you.
Yes, I indeed would take this deal because it is found. And who would want it except for a cleric who can hold this evil in his hands, can prevent it.
Exactly. So, all right, I'll just give you just a quick summary of what was going on, and you guys had most of it right, I think. Basically, the zombie was the guy who summoned the devil.
Yeah, I know. Killing those.
When the previous party came in, and there wasn't a lot of treasure because they ransacked it already, treasure-wise.
Right.
But so they killed the devil. They put it in the circle. This big rat wandered in and decided that it was hungry and thought the devil looked kind of tasty. So he walked across the circle, broke the circle, which freed the devil.
Was it an imp?
Honest answer is just a generic.
Oh.
It's not one from the book exactly. Just one that fit the story.
Okay.
So once the circle got broken, again the devil's mind was freed, and he kind of affected the zombie. But the secret to the zombie thing is the living room was a poltergeist.
Yeah.
But the only way to kill the poltergeist, it was actually the spirit of the zombie in the library. So the only way to get rid of it,
Gotcha.
the only way to get rid of it was to kill the zombie, and the poltergeist wanted to be freed, move on to his next life. So he wanted you to go find it and kill it. So that's why I was forcing you in there. That's,
Ah.
and the torch was something that the previous party had set aside during the day and just forgot about. And it just,
That's cool.
so.
Yeah.
How about the fresh fruit? Was that just the other group?
Yeah,
No.
I think he probably with the stab in the book didn't destroy much because it's just splitting the pages. So.
Right. Yeah, you can still use the book.
Yeah.
For its purpose. What was the previous question?
The fresh fruit, was that just the other group as well?
Fresh fruit?
Because you said that there was both rotten and
And the
fresh
crates
fruit.
in the basement.
Oh, the cult guy, the cultist guy, that was his food. He'd
Oh,
put
okay.
some, yeah.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
Yeah, it was cool.
Yeah, this is the first experience I've ever had with like playing a one shot and online. I had a lot of fun, so thank you guys.
Yeah.
Was fun.
You guys did a great job. Thank you.
I mean,
And I brought a good adventure group to pray to Shah.
Yeah.
yeah.
I am going to take off. I got to be up in about 4 hours for another little 14-hour shift. So I had a lot of fun. Thank you guys for having me. I appreciate it.
Thanks for coming.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
All right, guys. I'm happy to stay around a couple minutes if you have any questions. But otherwise, I need to.
Want to go from live?
Yeah.
My dice rolls are so bizarre. I'm gonna roll 5 d20s and see what happens.